Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Rocket Stadium here on the campus of Neenah High School in the town of Fox Crossing. It is the start of Wisconsin high school football. It's Friday night. It's a beautiful Friday night, I might add, and we are here for a big one here with Muskego visiting Neenah. Hello, everyone. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of USA Today Network Wisconsin, hanging out as always with Brett Christopherson and bringing you those high-definition shots. Jim Rosandick, all part, again, of USA Today Network Wisconsin. And we got a big one to kick off the high school football season. Doesn't get much bigger than this, Brett. Muskego and Neenah, a couple teams that last year gave us a heck of a game down in Muskego. We're hoping for the same thing tonight.
Well, Ricardo, it's good to see you again. This is what, year 18 for us in streaming high school football. 08 was the first year we did this. And here we go again. And this was not your first game. You did Notre Dame Kaukauna last night, so you're already a veteran of the openers.
Well, that's putting it mildly. I mean, or that's I think that's a stretch. Let me rephrase that. But
meanwhile, Rosie and I are scurrying, trying to get to remember how to put these streams together. So, but yeah, this is gonna be fun. Hey, Muskego, Ricardo, one of the gold standards, right?
Yep.
Division I high school football here in the state. State finalists last year, bowing out to Bayport. Bayport coming in ranked number 1 preseason in Division I, but a Neenah team. And you did a little bit of a preview story on it. You were looking at the 3 FBA tri-champions from last year, Kimberly, Neenah, and Kaukauna, all with some pieces to kind of fill. And we're going to kind of see what this Neenah team looks like without Grant Dean, Evan Van Evenhoven, 2 electric playmakers. They have Ashton Van Beek, who's got a lot of experience at quarterback. You know, he'll be taking the snaps again after he did much of his freshman year. On the other side, Muskego, you know what they're going to do. Wing T, and it's going to be Jackson Nemec and Joey Shaw kind of running the show for the Warriors. But, hey, we love this, right? This is a great early test. Classic 8 versus the Fox Valley Association, the 2 premier conferences going at it in Division I. That's the way you want to start out a season, get yourself battle-tested, and get yourself ready for the rigors of conference play.
Yeah, we're excited to be here again. Gorgeous evening here. I guess we're not gonna experience the rain. That's a little after later tonight.
Might be north and west of here. Maybe,
okay.
Maybe it will roll in. Yeah, but I think we should be good. Beautiful evening though.
It is again a beautiful stadium here, Rocket Stadium. This brand new campus, right? Last year it opened up.
This is the third year.
Third year, man. Brett, the years go by.
I know that.
My goodness.
I can tell because you're getting forgetful now too.
I'm always forgetful now. That's folks, when you hit a certain age, things just don't come to mind.
Take that Prevagen stuff that they advertise all the time.
I'm going to need more than that. But, yeah, both teams are their season opener here. Again, Muskego here at Neenah. Well, let's get to know the teams a little bit. I'll start with Neenah. Brett will follow with Muskego. And, again, Brett put together these notes. Thank you again, Brett. You do a great job with this. Well, what do we know about the Rockets? They're on the others to watch list in the Division I BoundWisconsin.com state preseason poll. And they're coming off a 9-3 showing in which they tied with Kaukauna and Kimberly for the Fox Valley Association Championship. And they advanced to the state quarterfinals. They were taken out by this Muskego team. Neenah finished 6-1 in league play. Brett mentioned Ashton Van Beek. Well, he returns to quarterback after spending last season at receiver. Van Beek saw quite a bit of action at QB as a freshman when he filled in admirably for the injured Evan Van Evenhoven. He comes in this season as a dual threat, can hurt you with his arm and his legs. He also has a lot of speed and athleticism. He finished 2024 with 19 catches, 466 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for 57 yards on 9 carries. Brett mentioned this. Neenah has a big void to fill with the graduations of Grant Dean and Van Evenhoven. Grant Dean was one of the top two-way players in the state. He rushed for 1,135 yards and 16 scores. And he also finished with 40 tackles and 2 interceptions at defensive back. Was a dangerous punt returner, or in general, actually, kickoff and punt return. Had 6 punt returns for 98 yards, 3 kickoff returns for 104 yards and a score. He accomplished that rarity that he was named the FVA's Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year. He's currently a freshman safety at the University of Wisconsin of Van Evenhoven. He threw for 1,585 yards and 9 touchdowns. He rushed for 472 yards and 14 touchdowns. Senior Brock Haney, am I saying that right, Brett? And junior Cooper Seek are expected to get the bulk of the carries, with senior Jamison Oldenburg making the move from offensive line to fullback. I think they called it stinkback, Brett, is what Coach Young calls the fullback. Senior Cole Schaefer will start at tight end. And Neenah's defensive front seven, well, that might be the strength of the team. 3 senior defensive linemen return. Nate Cramp, Henry St. Clair, and Braden Milbrodt. Juniors Jonah Rittner and Hunter Weinke are back at linebacker, along with junior Connor Stuckel, senior Troy Kaler. Get this, Brett. It doesn't get any easier for Neenah. Next week, they're at Arrowhead. That's a non-conference matchup on Friday in Heartland. Kickoff schedule there for 7 o'clock. Brett, Muskego Warriors, what can you tell me about them?
Yeah, Ricardo, I could say the Warriors ranked number 6 in Division 1. That, again, is the BoundWisconsin.com state preseason poll, and they're coming off a 9-5 showing last season that saw them, however, reach the state title game, a contest, as I mentioned, in which they fell to Bayport 25-18. Among the teams Muskego topped during that playoff run, guys, Franklin, Neenah, and Mukwonago. Kind of a gauntlet right there for sure. Muskego survived an injury-plagued season to start, actually lost 4 or 5 games during one stretch to fall to 4-4. But 2 of those setbacks were by 4 and 3 points, and then the Warriors rebounded with a 5-game winning streak before bowing out to Bayport. The talented and athletic Joey Shaw, he's back at quarterback to run Muskego's vaunted wing T offense. The junior threw for 626 yards and 9 touchdowns, also ran 45 times for 59 yards and 5 scores. He did not toss an interception, Ricardo. And then how about this? We're going to call this name a lot, the tough, rugged kid, Jackson Nemec. He returns to the Warriors' punishing ground game despite playing last season with 2 torn labrums.
Ouch.
I mean, come on now. He rushed for a team-high 1,254 yards and 12 touchdowns, also added 184 receiving yards and 550 return yards. Muskego will have to fill the rushing production of the graduated Jack Labish. He rushed for 1,170 yards and 12 TDs a season ago. But look for a rotation featuring Dayton Loreno, Aiden Perlberg, Bryson Heffler, and fullback Josh Formolo. Those guys are going to fill the void and keep that Warriors wing T offense humming. Muskego has some big losses to fill on its defensive line, with defensive tackles Liam Shaw and Nick McCullough graduated. Shaw, that's Joey's older brother. He's playing collegiately at South Dakota State, and McCullough is at Harvard. I'll finish more notes here in a second. Our national anthem coming up. All right, finish those quick notes. I said McCullough is at Harvard, Nick McCullough from last year, Liam Shaw at South Dakota State. But look for big seasons out of senior defensive tackle Nathan Makinen. He earned all Classic 8 first-team honors last season after totaling 79 total tackles, 4 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 forced fumble. Also, seniors Caleb Hine and Max Sauer. Hine has a Division I offer from the University of St. Thomas. Up next for the Warriors, their home opener next Friday. That's against Oak Creek. That's a non-conference matchup. Tip-off, or kickoff, I should say, is scheduled for 7 p.m. Yeah.
Well, I suppose the last live stream we did, Brett, was a basketball game, right?
It was.
I'll be remiss, Brett, if I didn't mention the other rankings that we have.
Yep,
That's
please.
the ESPN Wisconsin media poll, of which I'm a voter.
Okay.
And let's take a look at the large division. First off, Neenah was in the others receiving votes category, but Muskego in the ESPN media poll was ranked number 1. Now, interesting little detail here, Brett. I voted for Bayport. Okay, Bayport's ranked 2nd. Now, if you look at Muskego, they have 3 first-place votes. Bayport has 10 first-place votes. But some other voters must have thought that Bayport maybe will be taking a step back this year, which tells me that they don't know what they're talking about.
Bayport's loaded.
They are. Let me round out that top 10 in the media poll for ESPN Wisconsin. Muskego ranked 1, Bayport 2, Mukwonago 3, Arrowhead 4. Arrowhead, by the way, got a couple of first-place votes. Kimberly ranked 5th, Waunakee 6th, Marquette 7th, West Appear 8th, Verona 9th, Franklin 10th. By the way, that's the large division poll. Basically, enrollment's 900 or more.
Neenah's going to get the ball to start. Cooper Seek, number 4, and number 29, Brock Haney, back to receive. Yeah, Bayport rolled up some big-time yards in that win against Middleton last night. Yeah. Matt Stevens, good-looking quarterback.
He's
Moon back, Brady Moon. They're going to put up some points. We're going to see Bayport next Thursday at Kimberly in another great non-conference matchup. That'll be our game of the week next Thursday at Papermaker Stadium. But good to be back, guys. It's been a while. The last football game we streamed was right here against these two teams, or pitting these two teams.
Oh, that's going to go out of bounds.
Just out of bounds.
Yes.
Muskego got to that ball. That gives me time to thank our season sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Celebrate back to school with 3 ways to save at Cellcom. Choose from free phones up to $850 with a new line, and save even more when you add a connected watch, tablet, or camera. Check out these great deals and more in-store at Cellcom.com. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local. Shop the pig.
Shop the pig.
Thank you to Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly for hanging out with us again this season. Our first Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live stream. Here we go. Where did summer go is what I want to know.
It's still here. We're just playing in summer.
I just kind of settled in. We finally getting some decent weather, and now you're telling me it's fall football time. Come on now. So Ashton Van Beek, who was wide receiver last year when Evan Van Evenhoven came back. I think Van Beek, he's wearing number 7. He's wearing a whole bunch of different numbers during his time at Neenah. I think he was number 5 at one time. Wasn't he number 18 at one time? Now he's number 7. But nice for Steve Young to have that luxury to take a kid. And we'll talk about Van Beek, what he did as a freshman, but he played well as a 9th grader at the varsity level a couple seasons ago, and leading the Rockets when Van Evenhoven was kind of going through that injury-plagued junior season.
First down and 10 at the 35. That's where the Rockets will start. Purple receivers to the left as Van Beek takes it himself.
About 3 yards there on that little dive forward, and we are underway in this one. So you were at Notre Dame Kaukauna last night. How did that see Notre Dame, the defending D3 state champs, win that one?
They held off Kaukauna. They went up 14-0 over the Ghosts, but Kaukauna was able to rally. Kingston Allen, big game, 200-plus yards rushing, 4 touchdowns for Notre Dame. Boy, they moved from Christian Collins to Kingston Allen. That's not bad, let me tell you. They didn't really lose much, at least from the first game.
And that is number 3, far side, good tackle. That's Matthias Charles, the junior, and third down coming up.
Well, Brett, our live chat is already lively.
Oh, boy.
Our guy, Hank, is in the house.
Hey.
Hank.
We're going to have the gang all together again this season?
Yes, that'd be great. We love it that you guys follow along. We love it when you update us the score so we can pass it along to the viewers.
Just be nice.
Be nice. Let's
be cordial.
We're all friends here.
I have the ability to shut that live chat down. I'm just telling everybody.
So we expect everyone to be on their best behavior. Brett, good point.
One mouse click and it's off. All right, we're going to call that a little push pass there. Oh, we're going to flag. That's number 4 for now, Cooper Seek, the junior. And our first penalty of the night. Going to be against Neenah.
Our friend Alex F. is also saying that, hey, he'll be posting scores. We appreciate all that you guys do for us.
Well, listen, we got a couple big scores here in the Fox Valley area. Of course, we've got, Kimberly down at Sussex Hamilton. That's a fun game to start. And then Little Chute Winnicott, Ricardo. Man, they're coming in. They're loaded, right?
They should be. I mean, they have a lot of returning players, or all-conference guys, led by Brody Schaefer, the Iowa recruit.
Yeah, ranked number 1 in Division 4, right? The Wolves and Little Chute should be pretty solid, too, with a brand-new coach, Mark Kromenacher, who coached in the Fox Valley Association at Appleton East before now making the move to
Little Chute,
Mustang country. So that's a good one as well.
Van Beek.
Watch out. Oh, boy. That is number 1, C.J. Is that Reitz, I want to say, an inside linebacker?
Yeah, you just came right up the middle, Brad. They had no answer for that. Van Beek sacked inside the 30 now, brings a punting situation. You all right there, Brett?
Yeah, I was just checking
Okay.
the next booth for something.
Gotcha.
Just relax.
I just hear a lot of, mic movement and
Just
double
relax.
checking.
Nemec back to receive this one. Fair catch right at the 30. So here we go.
Well, Brett, when I visited Neenah, that was way back on August 5th.
Yeah.
First day I visited them, Kaukauna and Kimberly, the tri-champs of the FVA. They were already working on game planning for Muskego, the defense. I saw them working against that wing T. For those of you who don't know, I used to run the wing T back when I was in high school. It's a fun offense, a lot of misdirection, run primarily based offense. A lot of fun to watch. I played offensive line, Brett, so offensive tackle, so there were a lot of bellies, a lot of tackle traps, that kind of stuff. So fun offense to watch, and it's difficult to prepare for because not many teams run this type of offense, Brett.
Yeah, get that unbalanced look along the offensive line there. It is tough, a lot of ball deception, and there's a handoff. Oh, Neenah ready for that one. That's number 4, Dayton Lorino, the senior running back. Now, listen, guys, I was going to say I have it in the game notes. Now, Muskego leads this series 2-0, but the 2 games were last season.
Right.
Neenah, Muskego played twice. We streamed both games. Muskego winning 31-29 in week 1 last season down in Muskego. And then, of course, the Warriors with a hard-fought 21-7 victory right here in the state quarterfinals. But that familiarity, Ricardo, helps, right? Neenah knows how this wing tee works.
Absolutely.
Versus coming in not having seen it. So maybe a little bit of an advantage, but boy, Muskego, Ricardo, so good at the execution of it as Lorino now tripped up, and 3rd down coming up for the Warriors. Remember in that game, that opener, Neenah jumped out to a 21-3 halftime lead. It was a tale of 2 halves. And then the Warriors with the second half, outstanding second half, outscoring the Rockets 28-0.
Hey, our buddy Brendan Kennedy saying hello, USA Today Network. And chat, how are we all doing? Let's go Rockets. Thank you for watching, Brendan.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night. There you go, Shaw.
Oh, look at that misdirection. There it is.
Nemec's got a rail on that far sideline, and he's off. In Neenah territory, finally tripped up inside the 35. Shaw did such a good job, Ricardo. He crouches down, hides that ball. So much action going on behind him. And then Nemec, his first touch of the season with the great blocking along that far sideline. Big run inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Nemec with a big gain there.
34-yard gain. Brett, that's a lot of deception is what makes the wing tee work. A lot of angle blocking, that kind of stuff. So you really got to be on your toes as a defensive lineman, a linebacker. You got to know and flow with the ball.
There's Shaw with the fake, and he's going to go nice tackle. Actually, we're not going to be credited with the tackle, but Joey Heron, the sophomore defensive back / linebacker, that's what he listed on the program, but he did a nice job of tripping up Shaw, and then his teammate there to clean up after a 1-yard gain. Shaw, he's a good quarterback, though.
He is.
Very athletic and just runs this offense very well.
Brett, that fooled me because I was following number 4 going up through the middle.
I got the binoculars, and I'm going to tell you, again, this is my 3rd time now seeing Muskego live, and it is tough, even with binoculars, to follow that ball. Shaw does a great job of hiding it, and again, with all that action behind him, it's just tough.
2nd down, and we'll call it 9, a short 9 here for Muskego off the right side. Nice, filling in that rail there defensively for Neenah. Is that number 8? I'm trying to find the number here.
No, it's number 3, Matthias Charles,
yes.
the junior defensive back, bringing down Aiden Perlberg, the junior running back. So if you're on the defensive side now, Ricardo, you played in the wing T, but what's the key defensively? Just you got to stay true to what your gaps are, right? And
discipline is king here because it's so easy to be deceived by the pulling guards and that kind of stuff and the fakes from the quarterback. It really tests a defense to stay mentally focused, play in and play out. You can't take a play off. You simply cannot.
Shaw, he's going to drop back to pass. Nope, well, he's on the run, trying to get free. He does. He's still going to let it go. Downfield. Wow! That's a touchdown to Nemeth. 31 yards, Ricardo, the lefty Shaw.
And there you see the athleticism of Shaw, Brett, able to break out of containment, roll to his left, and that's not an easy throw, throwing, kind of like across his body there as he connects for that touchdown, Brett. And actually, that was pretty good coverage from Matthias Charles, Brett, but that's tough to cover a running back that far. Yeah.
That was a heck of a throw. The lefty and just did a good job, Ricardo, of evading the pressure. Looked like maybe Shaw was going to get dropped.
Rosie thinks he was maybe over the line, huh, Rosie?
He was close.
That's number 36, Jack Chudy, the senior kicker, and first score of the night goes to Muskego as we check our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard about halfway through this opening quarter. Muskego strikes first on its opening drive of the season.
By the way, Brett, now Alex F. is giving us updates here. Kimberly 7-0 over Sussex Hamilton.
Okay.
Hortonville leads West of Pier 7-0. So thank you for those updates. As I'm going to update my Twitter.
What did you say about Hortonville?
They're up 7-0 over West of Pier.
Oh, wow. I've heard nothing but outstanding things over the offseason this summer and even in scrimmages about West of Pier and Patrick Rice, and perhaps the top quarterback in the state of Wisconsin coming into this season.
I don't think there's any doubt he's the top quarterback, to be quite honest.
Of course,
49 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, his father, Chris, former NFL quarterback, the head coach. Chris, a standout at Sturgeon Bay High School back in the day. He was a Clipper. So just when we're talking nonstop about the wing T and the run, boom. Muskego with a 31-yard strike through the air.
Heck of a pass. Say
that was a heck of a pass. I think, Rosie, everybody can hear you,
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should get you a headset.
Yeah.
Well, he does have a headset.
Yeah, he's listening to us. That's Haney receiving the kick, and right up at the 20, he's tripped up. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Rockets. Neenah opens its season taking on a pair of Classic 8 heavyweights. We said that after tonight's game. Then all the Rockets have to do now is prepare to take on Arrowhead. That's week 2 next week at Heartland down in the Milwaukee area. Arrowhead ranked number 2 in the BoundWisconsin.com Division I preseason poll. Nothing like scheduling some tough competition to get ready for the tough FEA competition, Ricardo.
Doesn't get much tougher than that.
Van Beek waits for it, handoff. That's number 23 for the Rockets, Troy Collar. That's how you say his name, Ricardo. Troy Collar, a 6-foot senior.
Collar, okay, Collar.
Mackinnon with the tackle.
Brett, I actually bought a pair of binoculars. I forgot to bring them today, but they just arrived today too. So I'm pretty excited to have extended vision like you do.
It comes in handy, doesn't it? It's tough as you get older to see across the field, but you gotta have some binoculars to see that down close, call the game a little bit. I'm just appreciative that both teams have easy to identify numbers. Van Beek looking to his left, slings it. Nice pitch and catch there, first down. Matthias Charles wide open, the junior, and the chains move. First down of the night for the Rockets. Neenah picked to finish 4th in the Fox Valley Association this season. That's by WisSports.net. Kaukauna tabbed to win the league title, then Kimberly 2nd, Appleton North 3rd. Rockets 4th, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh West, Hortonville, and Appleton East. As we mentioned, Kaukauna, tough 27-20 loss last night to defending D3 state champ Notre Dame. Kaukauna they like to schedule some tough competition as well. We got a flag. I think Kaukauna got West of Pier coming up then.
Yes, they do.
Week 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Brett, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the podcast, the 920 Sports Podcast. If you go onto your podcast, wherever you get your podcast, look up 920 Sports. You'll be able to hear our football preview. Brett, we picked Appleton North to win the FBA, didn't we?
Well, we kind of like they got great defense as always, right? Led by Ben Wenzel, the University of Wisconsin recruit, one of the top defenders. Is he linebacker, right?
Linebacker.
Linebacker, yep. One of the top linebackers, obviously in the state, going to play for the Badgers. It's just, can they get that offense going? We like the fact that Grant Hardy now the quarterback, a
Yep.
sensational athlete. We know his exploits in basketball as well. He was a wide receiver last year for Rob Saum in the Lightning, so now he's at quarterback. I think a lot of people are excited about what he can bring to the offense, and they got some other playmakers around him. So if they get that offense humming with that defense, they're going to be a tough out. We'll see Appleton North this season.
A little bit of rough, relaxing here a little bit. What's going on? Oh, they're explaining something to Coach Young, and he doesn't appear to be too happy with whatever they were saying. But
hey, as long as we have a little bit of a break, I want to thank the new Neenah athletic director, Sean Leash.
yes,
Got to meet him, and also congratulate the outgoing athletic director, Mike Elkin, on his retirement. Congratulations to you, Mike. You've earned it. I've known Mike for, gosh, a long time. Too long, as Van Beek. Over the middle. Beautiful throw to Charles. Nice little connection between Van Beek and Charles. And I think they're going to, right at the 45, so it's a first down. Good route, knowing exactly where that first down marker was.
well, Brett, you have to give the offensive line a bunch of credit because they allowed that nice pocket, or gave that nice pocket to Van Beek for him to throw. I'm taking a look at the offensive line here, Brett. Cooper Landreth, Bryce Lanou, Max Miller, Kason Briones, and Chet Schaefer. I talked to Chet before the season started here on the preview. Van Beek off the right side.
Yeah, good push by that offensive line along the right side, and a nice gain. That's got to be, 7 yards? But just to finish that thought, so congratulations to Mike Elkin. He's going to get to watch his son, long snapper right now for your Chicago Bears.
That's right.
So he can enjoy some retirement. And then Sean Leash, he comes over here from Clintonville. He was the athletic director over in Trucker Country and had a nice conversation with Sean got to meet him in person. Had some emails with him when he was at Clintonville, the athletic director. But fun to meet him, and I know he's going to do a great job. So thanks, Sean, and the great staff here at Neenah High School. Always fun to visit, without a doubt. Nice spin. That's number 4. Cooper Seek with the first down run and some momentum for this Neenah offense, Ricardo.
5-yard pickup there for Seek. Brett, Little shoot up 7-0
Wow.
over Winneconne.
interesting-
Reese Jolton, 73-yard touchdown run.
Interesting scores to start.
Hamilton has tied up Kimberly now.
Yeah, that should be a good battle back and forth. Little Shoot's got some athletes. Cooper Afa, one of the top 3-way athletes in our area. Heck of a track athlete, basketball player, and football player as well. There's a handoff. That's number 29. Again, great push by that offensive line. That's Haney with the carry.
Another 5-yard gain. Brett, Steve Johnson, commenter here on the YouTube, says Neenah's Henrik St. Clair is at home recovering from Tuesday's surgery. Apparently he has a broken leg.
Oh, that's a key player to be out. That's too bad.
Oh, Henry, hope you're okay.
I thought I saw him on the field because it was Parents' Night, but like sitting on maybe a cart or something, but I could have been mistaken.
Oh.
Van Beek, you can hear some.
He was offside. Yeah, one of the linemen.
Coaches wanting to. Yeah. Is it Neenah coaches or the Muskego coaches screaming? I think it was the Neenah coaches,
yes.
Right? Yeah. So 3rd and short. They're thinking they should have a first down.
St. Clair, again, one of the starting defensive front 7 for the Rockets. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
4-down territory, without a doubt here.
This is a good answer, though, for the Rockets. They're able to get this first down to keep this drive going.
Oh, they got it and more. Is that Haney?
What number is he?
That's number 29.
Okay.
Hey, Rosie, do a little technical stuff here. Maybe you want to just kind of brighten the pictures a little bit. Looks a little dark on the screen, just a touch. When you have a moment, get those first game kinks out of the way, right?
Yeah.
We're doing good. Everything looks good so far. Fun game as well. Neenah with a nice drive here. And that's number 11 for the Rock. We're going to call that a pass, Ricardo?
You have to call that a pass.
Luke Johnson, the senior wide receiver.
Luke Johnson on reception. Down by Caleb
That's how you get those quarterback stats, right? Those completion percentages up.
Get it real high.
Little toss, right?
Even I can make that completion. Good picture of Luke Johnson there.
Yeah.
Nice goatee he's got going. Ha.
2nd and 7 for the Rockets. On the move. Van Beek waiting for it. He's going to keep it, looking for some seam there, but tripped up. Geisler, number 40 for the Warriors. Ben Geisler, a senior inside linebacker, 5'10", 185 pounds, tripping up Van Beek. 3rd and now 5 coming up. Again, 4-down territory for the Rockets.
West of Pier now is tied up Hortonville 7-7 in the first quarter, Brett. Thank you again to Alex. Appreciate your updates, my friend.
How about that Appleton North Muskego game? That's a big one, too.
Yeah, if anyone can get that score, that is a huge one. Appleton North starts their first 3 games on the road.
Rockets going to burn a timeout, so it gives us a little breather as well. Neenah has advanced to the state quarterfinal round the past 2 seasons. Prior to that run, the Rockets' last trip to the state quarters was back in '04 when they advanced as far as the state semifinals. Remember last season, that was a big season for the Rockets as far as taking down his rival, Kimberly Ricardo. They won both of their matchups against the Papermakers, 29-28 in Week 7. That snapped a 19-game losing streak for Neenah against Kimberly, and then they hadn't beaten the Papermakers since the '05 season. And then the Rockets' 34-14 win over Kimberly in the Division I second-round playoff game. That was Neenah's first postseason victory over the Papermakers in 5 tries.
Brett, beating Kimberly twice in a season, that doesn't happen very often.
Remember, Kimberly losing in the second round, what was like since the aughts, right? I think is how you referenced the. Was that the last time that the Papermakers fell?
08 and 09, 08 or 09 maybe?
Might even been a little bit earlier than that.
Hey, Preble and Oshkosh West scoreless after the first quarter. As we get going back here, 32.2 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 for the Rockets from the 24 of Muskego.
See what Van Beek wants to do. He's got Seek behind him. Van Beek, he's going to loft it. Looking for Charles. Corner of the end zone. Just a little too far. It was almost right there. Pretty close in tight, sticky coverage. That was Jake Cardelis, the senior defensive back there, though Charles did have a step on that route.
He did, Brett, just past his outstretched hands.
Almost.
4th and 5. Are they bringing in a field goal kicker? I don't know. Number 11. Oh, no, that's a receiver. That's Johnson.
That's a pretty good ball, wasn't it?
It was a nice ball.
Just a little off, but pretty darn good ball and a good, really good route by Charles. They're gonna connect on that one at some point, if not tonight, for sure this season. Here you go, 4th and 5. Kind of a big spot here already. Is Van Beek gonna look it again? Looking to Charles, got it, and Charles is in. Wow, 30-yard score. And the Rockets are on the scoreboard.
Brett, you mentioned how much you thought that hookup would.
I didn't know it'd be the next play.
Well, it was the next play. Nice route by Charles and good patience from him. Van Beek put it where only he could get it. It looked like Charles easily beat his defender off the ball, though. So he was wide open.
He was open, but kind of found a pocket. There was some Muskego defenders around him, but again, beautiful ball and a good hookup. That is a nice connection so far. We've seen it already here in the first quarter between Van Beek and Matthias Charles. Kick is through. That was number 17. Harry Gurdon, the junior, with the PAT. And with 20.5 seconds to go, as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, tied up on that 30-yard connection between Van Beek and Charles. How long was that drive, Ricardo?
Yeah, let me count the plays. 12 plays, 80 yards.
Wow. Not easy to do against Muskego.
No. And that took basically 6 minutes off the clock as well.
Impressed with Van Beek. Ricardo, he's looking good, poised. Again, he's got that experience playing quarterback his freshman season. So he comes in, having done it, not wide-eyed, not phased by any stretch of the imagination, and directs a nice 12-play, 80-yard drive that is capped 30-yard hookup with Matthias Charles. Nice little route by Charles, Ricardo. I don't know if there was some miscommunication in that defensive backfield for Muskego, or if he just ran a good route and found the opening.
It might have been a little mix of both, Brad. You don't usually see somebody like Charles that wide open.
But that's still not an easy throw. You got to drop it in that little zone, and that's exactly what Van Beek did, right in Matthias Charles' hands. So here we are, 7 apiece, late first quarter here at Neenah High School. And back to receive this is Nemick. Always a threat when he has the ball.
Yes.
Boy, look at him zigging and zagging his way through. Down the sideline. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
Oh, boy.
Just about got through. Woo. I think they'll mark him with the 42, 43-yard line. But darn near, Ricardo snuck through, and he'd have been about right now celebrating a touchdown.
I agree, Brad. Really nice vision from him, trying to find that open rail off the right side, and good blocking there from Muskego.
Reads his blocks well, doesn't he? But he knows he's just got that vision, like you said, and his plant, cut going either way.
And
really
the
tough to bring down.
Rockets unfortunate again that he stepped out of bounds. You're right, Brad. That would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, once he got through about the 50-yard line, looked like he was gone, but you heard the officials blowing the whistle. And Muskego on its own 43-yard line. Second opportunity for us to see Joey Shaw, who's got it right there. Nice run to almost the 50-yard line. Let's see if that, I think they will mark it right at midfield, and that's how the first quarter will come to a close. Fun first quarter here at Neenah High School. We look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. 7-7 is the score.
I want to let everyone know that our Elite 11 football team's coming out shortly, right, Rosie? Rosie just finished up the video. It's going to get, actually, I think it was already reviewed and everything. Mike Sherry, I think, made sure everything's fine. So hopefully that will be released early next week. So you can check out the top 11 senior football players in the Fox Valley area. We go all the way up to Green Bay and down to Oshkosh for this team.
Where's Mike Sherry tonight?
Mike Sherry's at Winneconne Little Chute.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Good week one matchups for sure, and we're at one of them here. Number 6 Muskego, they struck first.
Number 1 in the ESPN poll, Brett.
Yeah, I don't know what poll to follow.
Do the one that I vote on.
I don't really see the results of that too much.
Well, we'll be running every week, Brett, on Monday or Tuesday, that poll.
Sounds good. Shaw brought down quickly by Braden Milbrot, the senior defensive lineman. So third down and 3-4 coming up.
Well, I got to also, with all what's happening at Will Sports, will that coaches poll still be?
I don't know. We're talking about coaches poll. Their stats going to be updated. I mean, we all rely on that site to get, because coaches upload their stats, game stats. Or do you go to Bound Wisconsin now? We don't know. If anybody out there knows, let us know. Shaw. Ooh, who's got it? Wow, Nemick. I was a little fooled on that. The Rockets weren't. That was looks like number 15. Connor Stuckel, the junior linebacker, and that's going to bring out the punt team. Good stop by the Rockets, Ricardo.
Yeah, that defense, that front seven, Brett, the strength of the Rockets.
Right.
So
that's
they're really coming through. West Appear leads Hortonville 14-7. That's late in the first quarter. Fond du Lac and Hartford scoreless in the first quarter.
Cooper Seek, number 4, ready to receive this punt.
Our new buddy Alex F. is providing those updates. Thank you, Alex. Again, we're really thankful for your help.
Ooh, nice punt, and Seek's got it at about the 13-yard line. He's finally wrestled out at about the 31. You mentioned the defensive front, Ricardo. I got the quote. Actually, it was Henry St. Clair. He said to you in that article you did on Neenah, the quote, "We were a young group last year, but I think that really helped us to come back as an older group. The D-line has a real opportunity to mess up plays and take over a game," end quote. We saw that on that series. Really did a good job in that front.
The big question mark, of course, is the secondary, with no Grant Dean, the defensive player of the year, and on the offensive side of the ball. But so far, Brett, I think, Neenah, competitive, right? This is Muskego. They appeared in the state final last year, and they returned some very fine players. And this game is, I would say, is about as equal as it gets.
So far, so good as far as wanting to see a good competitive game. Hope it plays out this way. Of course, both fan bases want blowouts, right? But we want
Not
a good,
us. We want a good game.
Yeah. Ashton Van Beek, he's going to keep it. Ooh, nice little block there by number 11.
Van Beek showing some power there, Brett.
Yeah, and again, credit Luke Johnson, the senior wide receiver. A little bit of a shoulder chip that kind of sprung that lane open for Van Beek, and nice little gainer, 7 yards for the quarterback.
That's always nice for an offense when anybody carrying the ball can fall forward for a couple more yards. That adds up.
Kind of look it down here near us. Charles looks like he could run a little quick route near sideline if they wanted to hit him. Nope, he's just going to hand off to Haney, and I think he wrestled his way to the first down at the 40-yard line. Neenah really running hard right now, Ricardo, and that offensive line so far is getting a pretty good push off the snap.
Well, that offensive line, if they're going to pull out this game, they're going to figure heavily in the result of that. Brett, what number was Haney? I missed
29.
29, thank you. I'm stat boy over here as I try to keep track.
Takes a little while to get back in the swing of things.
Sure does.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing this all the way through week 13, state semifinals, presumably. We didn't do that was Van Beek. We didn't do a state semifinal last year. Just the matchups didn't present themselves well for us.
Yeah, and but that's when I went up to
You were at Medford.
Medford, Brett. Thank you for remembering. I can't remember. But then Mike Sherry went up to Rhinelander.
Yeah.
So that was nice, actually, covering games conventionally. Not to say I don't like hanging out with you two. I do. But
just didn't work out as far as sites, matchups. But hopefully this year we can take it all the way to the state semifinal round. Usually at that time of the season, right, we're bundled up. As Van Beek, again, giving the Rockets a really manageable third down, coming up 3rd and 1 after that run near midfield.
Yeah, 6-yard gain for Van Beek, Brett, and the way they're I don't want to say it's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They're gaining more than 3 yards, but this does have an effect on the defense when you're just, doing a nice, slow, grinding drive like they did in their first or last series, I should say, that ended with that touchdown.
Very, very impressive Van Beek so far, both with his running ability, Ricardo. You said it in your article, dual threat quarterback, and his passing as well. Oh, good job by the Warriors there. That's number 30 and number 90 combining. 30, that's Caleb Hine, the defensive lineman, and Max Sauer, his teammate along that defensive line.
So Fond du Lac now leads Hartford with 6:29 remaining in the second quarter.
Okay.
7-0.
Well, here's a big decision now, or a big moment. 4th and 1 near midfield on Neenah's side of the 50 at the 40-yard line or 49-yard line. You're going to go for it here in 4th and 1. Trusting the offensive line, which has played well so far. Van Beek, unless he's trying to get him to draw off sides, nope, he's going to call timeout. And Steve Young and crew will talk things over. That's the second timeout taken by the Rockets this half. 7:33 to go in this second quarter.
Brett, I think we can give another shout-out to our sponsors.
Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly, we appreciate them again for their support. They were great sponsors for our June 20th Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Award show that took place at the Lambeau Field Atrium. We appreciate their belief in us and again, their sponsorship in support of high school athletics are here around Fox Valley, Central Wisconsin, wherever we pack the gear and go stream a game. We appreciate them very, very much. Thank you guys for being with us. And look forward to another fun season of Varsity Game of the Week live streams. Not just that, but all of the high school coverage is sponsored by those great folks.
Thank you, Alex F. Another update. Winneconne's tied up Little Chute 7-7. Schaefer with a 10-yard touchdown run. That was going to be a good game. So battle of really good Division 4 teams.
There you go, 4th and 1. Van Beek, handoff, and got it. Boy, just trusting that offensive line. And that's Cooper Seek diving past the 50-yard line for the first down. A good 3-yard pickup.
To me, that's always a true test of an offensive line, Brett. When you need a short gain, and you're able just to put hat on hat and drive forward to get that first down on a critical 4th down play.
Yeah, well done by that offensive front, which has really had a nice game so far tonight. 7 minutes and counting remaining in the second quarter. Very good battle between these two teams. These two very good teams going at it here in week 1. Something to watch. I'll mention it here after the snap as Van Beek directing traffic, and he's going to keep it. Nope, looking for receiver downfield and a catch. That's number 83 with the reception. That's Cole Schaefer, the 6'5", 215-pound senior tight end, coming open off the line. And what a dart by Van Beek, Ricardo. First down inside the 20 to the 15.
33-yard gain on there. Brennan, did you notice that the Rockets, they did some max protection there, bringing in some extra blockers to give Van Beek time. And you got to give credit for the receiver getting open like that. Usually, you're outnumbered in the defensive backfield, but great job by the Rockets.
Yeah, Warriors want to burn a timeout now too, but yeah, nice job. Good route by Schaefer, showing some wheels and some good hands too. And that was a fastball by Van Beek.
I was going to say, Van Beek showing patience too, letting the route develop, standing tall in the pocket, delivering the pass, and it's a nice first down and 10 at the 15 for the Rockets.
I wanted to say, though, this is a hot, humid night. Something that we're going to have to watch is who's going to wear out in the fourth quarter, right? Or is cramping going to become an issue, or just being drained? Kind of the physical conditioning is I think, going to certainly play a role here, especially if this is a tight game in the fourth quarter, without a doubt.
So, and that's one of those things where, as you see the power run game of Neenah, run after run after run, then you see some of the spaces open up, in the intermediate range, Brett. And that's kind of what happened there with that first down conversion. Brett, update on the Winneconne at Little Chute. Alex F. says, actually, the score is Winneconne 7, Little Chute 6. So Little Chute must have missed that extra point. By the way, that's Mark Kromenacher now that's coaching Little Chute.
Yeah, Ted Evers stepped down, but he's still an assistant
on the
coach.
offensive
line
coach.
coach.
I saw that.
And that's a good get for Little Chute, because Mark was doing some good things with Appleton East.
The W's weren't there, but they were competitive for the most part.
Van Beek now, he's just going to keep it, looking for a lane around the right edge there. And boy, Neenah again knocking at the door. Another long drive for the Rockets. And wonder if Muskego just taking that time out there, just kind of catch their breath a little bit, get some water. But boy, Van Beek looking darn good so far, and that offense really humming right now for the Rockets.
You're mentioning Appleton East, Brett. They got a win yesterday.
I saw that.
They beat
Green Bay
Southwest. Aiden Cruz, 200-plus yards, 3 touchdowns. Had a 74-yard touchdown or 84-yard touchdown called back by penalty as well. They looked really good in that opening game.
Seek trying to find something. Remember, they can get a first down here.
And Appleton East, Brett, Jarius James, that was his first game. New coach there at Appleton East, so congratulations to the Patriots. They play Preble next game before a matchup here with the Rockets.
Okay. Jarius James, college coaching experience at UW-Oshkosh. Wasn't he on Pat Cerrone's staff?
He was, and he also, he's from Texas, and they know how to play football down there.
Yeah, a little bit.
So a lot of energy he's brought to Appleton East. Talked to Todd Marks, their fine offensive lineman, one of our Elite 11. Nice mustache on you there, Todd, by the way.
Where's he going to school? Has he decided
He hasn't decided yet, but he has a bunch of Division II, lower Division I offers. So.
Okay. There you go, third down, Van Beek there, a little razzle-dazzle. Matthias Charles somehow squeezes through.
How?
He's in, wow! An 8-yard touchdown run, looked like he was gonna get dropped, and just sort of spins his way through for the 8-yard score.
Now, was that a pass?
No, that was just like a reverse handoff.
Just a reverse handoff, okay. Matthias showing off some of that athleticism, Brett. Boy, he's wiggly, isn't he?
He sure is.
I'm not trying to do a pun with Piggly Wiggly, but he was wiggly on that run.
He's been looking good tonight too, both there and in the as a receiver role as well, with some nice receptions. Kick is up through, and it looks like it's good for Harry Gurdon. And we're going to update our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. 14-7, Rockets take the lead, back-to-back scores. Capped by that 8-yard spinning touchdown run by Matthias Charles.
Going to update my Twitter. You can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN. You can follow Brett at PC Brettsy, Rosie at Metal Rosie.
Muskego, they're picked to finish third in the Classic 8 this season by WisSports.net. Arrowhead picked to finish first, then Mukwonago, Muskego, Oconomowoc, Pewaukee, Kettle Moraine, and Waukesha West. Boy, that's a tough league, man. You look at the Fox Valley Association in Classic 8, they have dominated the Division I playoffs over the past decade plus. Kimberly, of course, 6 state titles since 2013. That included that run of 5 straight state championships, state record 70-game winning streak. Then Muskego won back-to-back crowns in 18 and 19. Those were 14-0 teams. And a 41-game winning streak then for Muskego. Arrowhead, of course, they won D1 titles in 2012 and 2013. Muskego also appearing in last year's state title game as well.
Brett, don't forget the FRCC has had a nice year last year with Bayport winning the title.
Yeah,
West
absolutely.
Appear making the state semifinals, and then Notre Dame, FRCC South, winning the D3 title.
This close to Divisions 1, 2, and 3 having the FRCC in the state championship game, yeah.
So the Valley overall is what I'm saying.
Northeast Wisconsin, Fox Valley, yeah, pretty darn good up here.
Oshkosh North leads Ashwaubenon on 14-7. Thank you, Alex, again. And Sussex Hamilton takes a 14-7 lead over Kimberly, Brett.
Okay.
Julie Harchis, thank you for that update.
Sussex Hamilton, they're ranked top 10, I believe, right? Thought so,
Yes.
preseason. Well, good for Kimberly. Remember, the last 2 years they've had no games in week 1. So
Right.
Good game to kick off the 2025 season to test their mettle for sure. And who's got it? Boy, I got fooled right there. I thought Shaw had it. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, you look at the BoundWisconsin.com Division I preseason state ranking. Classic 8 is very well represented. I know you got your media poll, but this is what I have in the game notes. Bayport 1, then Arrowhead of the Classic 8 2, Franklin 3, Mukwonago of the Classic 8 4, Kimberly 5. And then Muskego, of course, 6, and then that rounds out Waunakee, Verona, Sussex Hamilton, 9, and Marquette. Apple North checks in at 13. Oconomowoc of the Classic 8, number 14. So a lot of good teams here, not only in northeast Wisconsin, but southeast Wisconsin. Definitely the powerhouses for sure.
So it'll be first down and 20, Brett.
Spotted at the 18-yard line, 10-yard holding penalty. First and 20, Muskego.
Neenah's played very well ever since that first touchdown given up to Muskego, Brett, the defense.
Shaw waiting for it under center. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was number 4. That was a good tackle. Reno had it. That was number 55 was the stop. Tyler Resch, the sophomore defensive lineman, 6'1", 230 pounds, not fooled at all.
No.
I think everybody else was fooled in the stands, not thinking he really had the ball, but Resch with a nice job.
Loss of 1 brings up second and 21.
That's a big hole to come out of after a hold. So, yeah, second and a long way to go for the Warriors. But we saw in the first quarter, Shaw's got the arm to do it. Drops back.
Look out.
Yep. Lefty slings it, and almost a nice catch by Neenah along that far sideline right in front of the Muskego bench. Now 3rd and 20. Wonder if this where Ken Krause, the head coach, maybe wants to live for another down and just punt it away and trust your defense. Of course, you don't want to put red-hot offense for the Rockets back on the field. Hey, I want to congratulate Ken Krause, the longtime Muskego head coach. Ricardo, I don't know if you saw this, but he was inducted into the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame this past spring. How about that?
Two Rivers leading Fox Valley Lutheran 7-6. Oshkosh North over Ashwaubenon on 21-7.
Shaw, he's just going to keep it and finally wrestled down. So punt team will come out for the Warriors. That hold call really derailed the drive before it could even get going. But Krause, he also was inducted into the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame back in 2023. 18th season now, Ricardo, at Muskego. 13 playoff appearances under his watch, 7 conference titles, back-to-back Division I state championships in 2018 and 19. Both undefeated seasons, I mentioned. That was a 41-game winning streak through that time as well. It ranked 6th longest in state history. But he told this to colleague Zach Bellman of the Journal Sentinel, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, on that National Hall of Fame honor. Quote, really what it says to me is it's a staff award, it's a player award, it's a community award, and it's a family award. As that
Oh, takes a nice Muskego bounce.
Oh, boy, the turf.
Look at that.
You got to love the turf when it comes to punts, right? He says, God bless my wife, her name is Julie, for letting me do this for 33 years. Starts there. And then he goes on to say, I've had the same staff at Muskego for a long time. We just have a really good culture here. The community is so supportive to me. It's Ken Krause, Muskego, and it's really that. It's a community award, and I just happen to be the guy in charge, so my name's attached to it. A lot of humility, humbleness from head coach Ken Krause. What a program he has developed in Muskego. And congratulations to Coach on the National High School Athletic Coaches Association Hall of Fame honor. Good stuff. And Van Beek spinning his way for a good 3 or 4 yards. Getting some good positive stuff, Ricardo, on first down pretty consistently out of the Rockets right now.
The yard takes it right past the 26. We'll call it a 3-yard gain.
Clock running down to about the 2:45 mark.
Boy, if they can get a score here.
Well, look for that connection. Van Beek to Matthias Charles, number 3, through the air if they want to get some chunk yards here. But taking their time right now. There's going to be a handoff to Haney. Again, good patience reading that line, and 3rd and short coming up. Just past the 30-yard line.
Yeah, brings up a very manageable 3rd and 2, nearing the 2-minute mark here left in the first half.
Third and 2. Big moment, really, both sides. Can Muskego get a big stop? Van Beek, kind of that option look right now. Nope, he's going to read it and got the first down. He showed patience. But that option look, defense has to honor that. Not sure if he's going to pitch the ball, but he saw that lane, dove forward, and moves the chains. And clock continuing to run. Remember, just one timeout remaining for Neenah, so now going to have to play a little hurry up as we're down to the 1-minute and 40-second mark. Van Beek waiting for it now. He's going to take it to the air. Flushed out. Got to get rid of it. Nope, tucks it in. And showing off his athleticism and some toughness. Ricardo on top of that as he puts a little shoulder into the defender.
Takes it right to midfield, so 13-yard gain for Van Beek. Well, we know Van Beek's got the wheels. Oh, we'll call that the 49, actually.
Yeah, you see the Neenah coaching staff said, hurry up, get on the ball, and got to hurry and snap it as the clock, again, continues to run. Just that one timeout remaining for the Rockets. Van Beek, he's going to scan the field again. No, and now he's, somehow squeezes through, avoids the sack. But do the Rockets want to burn a timeout? Nope, they're going to get to the line quickly again. You can see where Matthias Charles is lined up. They're really playing off of him. He's going to go. Where is he going to line up here? As we're under a minute to play. Far sideline now. Let's see what they want to do with Charles now. They're going to burn that final timeout, Ricardo. I think there was a little disorganization and too much time was coming off the clock, so it was a good timeout.
That's too bad because they could have called that timeout 10 seconds earlier. But the Rockets, 49.5 seconds left. They're in Muskego territory.
Not sure what kind of a kicker they've got in Harry Gurdon, the junior, is kind of a leg he has.
Winneconne leading Little Chute 14-6 now. Brody Schaefer with another touchdown. That looks to be a pretty good game. Again, thank you, Alex F., for all the updates.
You really find that out on our YouTube channel?
Yeah, the YouTube chat. That's the great folks we have hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys hanging out this Friday night. Next Thursday night, remember, right, Brad? Bayport at Kimberly.
Another big one.
Yeah, so make sure you're there for that because we need you.
You know what I like to say? All of a sudden, we're a third of the way through. We get those first 3 games, and then it just starts really flying. Hey, our Clubhouse Live Packers show's only about 10 days away from kicking off. I'll have to share some details about that. That's going to be our 17th season already.
Our first roundtable, too, that week.
Yeah.
If everything holds true. So
got kind of one more quieter week, if you want to say that, other than the Kimberly Bayport live stream, as I've just been attacked by a moth.
I saw that, Brett.
Came right in my eye as Zeke, though, with a good run, and right at the 40.
Brett, think of it as extra protein if it goes into the mouth.
No, it was just in my eyes, but I'm okay.
You'll live. Okay, good.
Clock starting again here is Van Beek. Waiting for the snap. Again, showing that option look, and this time he pitches it to Zeke. And clock running. They're going to have to get to the line and just clock it now. That's what Steve Young and his coaching staff directing Van Beek to do. So he'll get under center, take it, and he'll just slam it into the turf. Stops it right at 17 seconds. Third down coming up. So got to think Van Beek is going to take it to the air here and look for Matthias Charles, or maybe his tight end again, number 83, Cole Schaefer.
Yeah, and if it's to a first down, the clock will stop as they get set up. So
you could also clock it then immediately too, and just definitely conserve time. And again, not sure what kind of a kicking situation they have. Here we go, Van Beek. He's gonna.
Got him.
Yep, he's got Charles. Can Charles get out of bounds? No, he didn't. So the clock will have to stop.
Charles on the reception.
And I would think Van Beek, he'll clock it again here to save some time with 9.8 seconds to go. Clock running, and there's the spike now with 7 seconds to go. Maybe time to run, and well, let's see. No, they're going to bring Gurdon out, Ricardo. Number 17, the field goal unit is out.
Boy, how long is this field goal?
Let's see where they're going to.
26?
30, 32, 42-yard attempt here coming up for Henry Gurdon, the junior place kicker.
Wow.
42-yard kick. And it's, I think it got blocked. Yep.
I think that was number 6 for Muskego. Brett got in there. That's Xavier Witkowski.
Looks like he got a pretty good leg, though. And but, yeah, a little low on the kick. And with 2.4 seconds to go, I'm guessing Muskego's probably just going to take a knee. And that'll close out a fun 24 minutes here to open our Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live stream slate. Good one here at Neenah High School in Fox Crossing.
Town of Fox Crossing.
Again, be sure to stick with us. Ricardo's got some more info on the Elite 11, his terrific 10. I got a update on our Clubhouse Live Packers show, Varsity Roundtable, Sports 920 Sports Podcast. A lot of stuff starting to get going again for us at USA Today Network Wisconsin.
Brett, by the way, Muskego ran 14 plays that entire first half.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'll have to count Neenah's plays, but it was a significant advantage for the Rockets in the total plays.
The exact opposite of what Muskego typically
Yes.
does, right? Well, halftime here at Neenah High School. Quick look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Shows the Rockets leading the Warriors 14-7. We'll talk more about tonight's game and what we have coming up digitally at USA Today Network Wisconsin. Oh, we don't have a commercial tonight? Oh, that's right. Never mind. We're back. So what do you want to talk about, Ricardo? We don't have a commercial.
Why don't you talk about Clubhouse Live? I'm going to try to add up some stats here.
Yeah, Clubhouse Live. So, no, that's okay. That's our Green Bay Packers show, and we will kick off season number 17 on Tuesday, September 2nd. Normally we go Monday nights at 6:30, but Monday, September 1st is Labor Day. So we'll take the holiday off, but we'll start things up on Tuesday, September 2nd. And I can't say much more than that other than we have a Packers great fan favorite who will help us get ready for that Packers-Lions game then the following Sunday. And then we'll also be announcing very soon our semi-regular anchor guests. Clubhouse Live is now set up where we have a Packer player or a legend appear every week during the course of the season, with a couple guys as kind of semi-regular guys that will appear once a month. And all I can say is you're going to really, really, really like the two anchor guys that we have set up. You're going to be very excited. We have one offensive guy, one defensive guy. And
you can't even give a clue?
Nope, I can't, because we're going to make the announcement on Tuesday morning. This is when the story will run as to who those guys will be and then who will be joining us on our September 2nd show. But it all takes place at the Fox Club, which is inside Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium in Grand Chute, home of the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. And now, the third straight year, the home to Clubhouse Live. Love the setup. If you haven't been to a show, you got to check it out. Admission is free, first come, first seated. They've got some great food, some great drinks. They're kind of tweaking the menu a little bit this year, Ricardo. And it's just a good time. You maybe win some signed photos and other prizes, but definitely check it out. It's 6:30, usually on Mondays, but there will be a couple Tuesdays throughout the course of the season, including the opener, since that follows Labor Day. If you can't make it to a show, it's streamed live on any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites and Facebook pages, our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel, and check it out on clubhouselive.com and give us a like on Facebook, Clubhouse Live and Packers News. We think it's the best Packers show around.
Brett, Appleton North leading Muskego 7-0. Kimberly ties it up with Sussex Hamilton. So those are some couple of updated scores. FEA doing pretty well tonight. Just wanted to pass along these stats here. Actually, Van Beek's having a very nice night, Brett. Both on the ground and through the air, like we both said. He's a dual threat kind of quarterback. He has 12 carries for 63 yards. And then passing the ball, he's 7 of 8, 114 yards, of course, and the touchdown throw to Charles. So really, really nice day for Ashton Van Beek. We kind of thought he would be kind of key for the Rockets, especially with Grant Dean gone. He's kind of become the focal point of the offense. So
he looks very
nice
poised.
night. Yeah, nice night for him.
Very poised.
And if I believe he's just a junior.
Yeah.
As well. So
with basically a year of starting experience already. So he looks like he's played some quarterback. Hey, we got a text. You've been kind of keeping track of that Little Chute Winneconne game. We got a text from our colleague Mike Sherry. Cooper Afa, the great athlete for the Mustangs. He was hurt on the first punt return. His arm is in a sling.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a blow because he is a tremendous athlete.
He was one of my 32 players to watch in the post-crescent coverage area. So, well, let me talk a little about the Lead 11. Something that Rosie and I put together with our buddy Dan Powers. He did all the photos for that. Rosie just finished up the video, and Mike Sherry, who was at that Little Chute Winneconne game, we call in the business CQ'd it, which is basically edit it, make sure that it's all ready to go, and we'll be posting that along with the story. I'm going to guess early this next week, maybe even on Monday, so we can get that going. That should be nice. Again, it's our digital showcase of the top senior football players in the post-crescent coverage area, but that also extends north. We're taking in some Green Bay Press Gazette kids because we have some Bayport guys on there. And we also include Oshkosh, though I don't think Oshkosh has any guys on the team, but we have in the past. So please check that out early next week. Also, and Brett, I see the moth that attacked you.
Yeah.
It's right up there on the window.
Coming back for me.
We also have the Terrific 10, right, Rosie? You'll be working on that next week. That's our top 10 girls, senior girls volleyball showcase. We do have an Oshkosh girl on that one. So again, that extends all the way up I-41 to Green Bay and all the way south to Oshkosh. So check that out. That's coming up the following week. I'll get you more info on that. By the way, you can have a sneak preview of who's on the team because I've been putting out their individual promo cards. If you follow us on TikTok, Brett, we're on the TikTok. The TikTok, the thing that the kids love. At Varsity Roundtable. If you follow the Varsity Roundtable show on TikTok, you'll see kind of updated cards and who's going to be on the team, some promos that way. I also put together 2 behind-the-scene videos that are pretty cool to watch. The kids all love it. It's just the behind the scenes of the football team, the volleyball team being in there, doing their photo video shoots, just kind of interacting, kids being kids, and they're having a good time, you know. I think it was good for me. Usually I don't have the football and volleyball players in at the same time, but I think they really like that. It's a good way for them to meet other people from different communities. So it was really cool to watch them interact with each other and have a lot of fun. So check that out on TikTok at Varsity Roundtable. Varsity Roundtable, by the way, we're tentatively hoping to start up. What is that the third? Because September 2nd is the show. So we're hoping to go live September 3rd. I have a couple feelers out there, Brett, so we're trying to nail down who's going to be on the show. I do have a couple of invites out, so we'll see who's going to bite and be our first one. But that's the only online high school sports talk show in the state. A lot of fun. We're at our new digs there on 122 East College Avenue. We're no longer City Center East. We're no longer on the 10th floor of the 222 building. We've changed, so now we're right ground level where everyone can peer in and
we'll pull the blinds
and have some voyeurism going on there. Wow, it's okay. I was kind of thinking maybe if there's enough interest, then maybe it'll kind of be like what do you call it when the Good Morning America is the people are kind of peering in a little bit. Maybe we don't have that.
Till that one person does something really bad.
See, Brett, you're so negative.
No,
I'm trying to be positive. You're negative.
That's a negative world, Ricardo.
We're like a car battery here, positive and negative.
Hey, you mentioned so September 3rd will be the Varsity Roundtable.
Yeah, we're going to try to tentatively because there's some domestic stuff that I have to take care of that might preclude me from being there, but we won't know that yet for a while. So, but that's the tentative date. I mean, how long has the Clubhouse Live been on?
09 was our first season. 08 was the first season we started streaming football games.
Okay, so
this is season 18. So yeah, about the same time. We've been doing all this stuff a long time.
A long time. That's why we're the best in the area when it comes to streaming. But the Varsity Roundtable ends 18th season, and the kids love it. They can't wait to be on it, and we're looking forward to having another solid season, bringing you, showing you inside, behind the. I won't even say behind the scenes. It's just you're getting a little more broad look at the athletes. When I'm interviewing them on the couch. Everyone has a good time, and hopefully we can get some really nice teams on there. Appreciate it. Oh, look at this. And some stuff and some food. I will partake, my friend.
What do we got here?
Give me one of those.
I'll
take this. I will too.
We'll leave this for. Oh, just put it down here.
Put it down here. Rosie wants some.
Thank you. I appreciate
By the way,
it.
Neenah, they spared no expense when it comes to us, Brett. They just brought us up some food. We really appreciate that. Now the real trick is trying to eat all this as we're doing the second half.
That is
Brett.
nice of them. We appreciate that. I wanted to ask you. You mentioned the Terrific 10, right? And the volleyball. How's the volleyball prospects looking this season?
Great.
Yeah.
We have the #1 player in the state, Peyton Carlson. I'll let this out of the bag. It's no surprise.
From Wapaka.
From Wapaka. She's the #1 player in the state. She is on the team. There is a Neenah girl on the team, Ella Neagle. She's on the team for Terrific 10. And so, again, I'll be putting out those promo cards if you go to Varsity Roundtable on TikTok. I'll be putting out more of the volleyball girls coming up this next week. It's been mostly the football guys so far, though, but really excited about that team. Brett, I run into volleyball players once in a while when I'm out in the town. They're always very excited. I'll tell you a quick story of Sydney Nelson, Oshkosh West. I know her dad. He was a former Amaro High School basketball standout, won a state title. And I was at it was the meeting for the NIL stuff that was over there at old Neenah High School, now the middle school. Ran into him, and that's the first thing that his daughter Sydney was telling about. Hey, are you going to have me on your team? It's a destination point now. Kids want to be on the team, and believe me, it's hard to cut it down to 10. Because believe me, there was another Neenah girl that I could have had on there as well. For this year, I just took one from each community. So many great players. Brett, we're the hotbed along with Milwaukee. I think we've surpassed Madison area. It's the Fox Valley and the Milwaukee area for the best volleyball in the state, no doubt.
So let's take a little break. Listen to the Neenah marching band here as they wrap up a fantastic performance. Neenah marching band. Yeah, I should have, I feel kind of bad, Ricardo, because a lot of folks like to listen to the band. We probably should have given the Neenah marching band a little bit more of a showcase. We're supposed to come back here. I think we'll be back here at some point again this season, but we'll try to make a concerted effort to try to get these great marching bands some playing time during halftime as well. But looking forward. Maybe we'll see how the season goes. We talk about trying to stream a volleyball game from time to time. It's just always tough on the schedule when you got Clubhouse Monday, Roundtable Wednesday, Game of the Week of football on Friday to try to squeeze in yet another live stream on top of that.
So, Brett, we're talking about the season coming up. So we have Kimberly and Bayport next week. Is the third week finalized yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, yeah. And I want to let people know that we know that there's some teams that might be on the upswing. Some weeks we might hold off some weeks so we can try to get the best matchup. That's possible.
That's possible. Yeah, it depends on accommodations and media space and technology and all that stuff. But this was a tough slate to put together, just because like your article about the unknowns with Kimberly, Kaukauna, and Neenah, the three champs. How's that going to play out? You figure pretty good about like an Appleton North team because they always got those great defensive units and they're always going to be competitive. And if they can really get that offense humming, then watch out. So it just was tough. The Northeastern Conference, Freedom, Wrightstown, Little Chute should be the cream of the crop in that league. Maybe try to get some representation there. Bayport will get next week, obviously being the defending state champs. Really worked hard to try to get West up here, but it just didn't work out based on schedule and technology availability to get the Phantoms, because I really wanted to see Patrick Grayson as well. But there's always playoffs as well, so we'll kind of see how it all goes. But there are a few weeks in there that I've kind of held off and just say, I want to see how this all plays out, and who knows, maybe I wish we could get some more Milwaukee area teams as well, but there's just not a lot of overlap other than the first 2 weeks of the season.
Notre Dame's a fun team to watch, that Kingston Allen, Brett.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and eat a little bit? I can talk a little bit about what I saw from that game yesterday, and I was really impressed with Kingston Allen. Now, listen, I talked to him after the game, and I had to wait a little bit as he was being scurried away by another live stream outlet that really annoys me. But anyway, after I was done talking with him, I was just talking just off the record and stuff like that, and he was talking about how big of a he expounded a little bit. He talked about it on the interview that I had from him, but he talked a little bit more afterwards at how much, Christian Collins meant. Now he played in the championship game, Kingston Allen, but obviously Christian Collins had the phenomenal year, really kind of put them on his back and took them all the way to that final. And he was just talking about how much of a leader he was, and that. See, folks, when you're looking at really good senior leadership, it pays dividends down the road with some of these younger guys. They take that and then they want to pass along down to the younger players. It's just a very well-spoken kid, very intelligent. Really enjoy talking to him. Brett, he's in for a gigantic monster year. If he can do that against Kaukauna, 200-plus yards and 4 touchdowns, I mean, I don't want to say they lost a lot by not having Christian Collins, but that's pretty nice to have him coming in and being a big. I mean, he's different than Collins. Collins was kind of squatty, power back, but also had speed. He's long-legged, reminding me a lot of DJ Stewart. Remember DJ Stewart? He has that same kind of long frame, and really fun to watch. And Notre Dame got that big win, the defending G3 state champs, going on the road to Kaukauna and knocking off the Ghosts.
It's going to be interesting to see how the Ghosts, how that offense evolves, right? And they don't have Bron Schaefer now this season. That's a big loss at quarterback. Bron, excellent baseball prospect, going to concentrate playing on baseball. And might take a little time to kind of get that side going, but I think Kaukauna will be in the thick of things come season's end. Matt Binsfeld has done a phenomenal job of building that program into one of the staples now here in the FEA.
You know, it's funny because I talked to Binsfeld because Kaukauna had a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes, both sides of the ball really, both teams. But he's like, you know what, Ricardo, it looked like a first game.
Yeah,
He goes, and I can't. Basically, he's saying I can't overreact to first game, and you saw it here too as well. You know, it's first game. All these teams are going to look a lot different come week 6. I'll just tell you that right now.
Week 6, week 9, third round of the playoffs. That's one of my favorite things when we stream these games. Same with the basketball season. We start early and see how a team looks in November versus how they look in late February as the playoffs are going on. It's always usually so much better, and that just speaks to how good the coaching is around here, right? They just get better and better and better, and that's going to, I'm sure, be the same for these two teams. Neenah and Muskego both look like they're going to be playoff-type teams again, and could be tough outs come Division I time when we hit October and November as well.
Yeah, that's our buddy Todd Clark there for the WIAA talking about Neenah getting the sportsmanship award.
For boys tennis.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Rockets.
Can you put it on them there, Rosie? I don't know if you can alter the camera. I don't want you moving stuff around. But Todd Clark, good guy. Known him for a long time. For those of you who watch the roundtable, he's always a little bit of the butt of the joke. I'm saying Todd Clark, he's watching us, making sure we're not, paying the players or anything like that. But that's him talking right there.
There he is.
And giving Neenah the award there.
Communication director, long time, great guy. Making the trip over from Stevens Point.
Yeah. He was talking about how next week he has to go to Amory. Oh!
That's like the far western part of the state, I think, yeah.
He was instrumental in helping us understand the whole NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Student fans, adult fans.
I'm sure we'll have Steph Hauser on maybe as our 920 Sports podcast.
She will. She will be on. She's on. I think we have an agreement where she'll be on every week to give not just to talk about subjects that we have, but also just give a State of the Union kind of address.
Usually when it's the state volleyball tournament up at the Rest Center in Ashwaubenon, she zips down to Appleton and hangs out with us for an hour or so, and that's good. That's fun.
As Rosie mentioned, Todd Clark really kind of helped us learn a little bit about the NIL stuff because, with the our sponsorships for the Elite 11 and Terrific 10 and anything that we do, I had to run some things past them to make sure that we weren't violating any WIA rules. So helpful on that. Maybe he thought I didn't understand something, which is completely feasible.
Yeah.
But he gave me a call and said, hey, let's talk a little bit more about this. So just to make sure, and we don't want to endanger the amateur status of any of these players, but he was really cool with it. The WIA is very open with talking about those kind of issues, so really appreciate him.
Yeah, what I like about WIA and Todd Clark, Steph, they're always approachable. You reach out to them, they get back to you, and that's good stuff. So glad that Todd could make the trip. And again, congratulations to the Neenah boys tennis team.
That's a big honor,
It is. Well, speaking of sponsors, guys, again, thanks to Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Looking to send your child to school with his or her first smartphone or connected device? Well, Cellcom's got you covered. Visit Cellcom now for a free, gently used smartphone or watch with a new line. Visit Cellcom.com for details. And again, Piggly Wiggly, they're proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics as your local grocery store. They're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. First half scoring, but as we get going here, McQuanago got on the scoreboard first. A 31-yard pass from Joey Shaw to Jackson Nemec with 6:30 to play in the opening quarter made it 7-0 Muskego, and then back-to-back touchdowns. A 30-yard pass from Ashton Van Beek to Matthias Charles capped a 12-play, 80-yard drive late in the first quarter. That tied it up, and then an 8-yard run by Charles with 5:27 to play in the second quarter, and that's where we're at. 14-7.
Got some updated scores here, and I'll pass along most of these other ones, but the one that sticks out, Appleton North 21, McWanago nothing.
Wow, there you go, Ricardo, huh?
Well, I think all three of us picked them to win the FVA. We're looking pretty smart. Well, this week anyway. Uh-oh,
Watch out, watch out. Good return. That's number 11, Aiden Perlberg, and that's a good start. There's a flag back at the 20.
Oh, boy, okay.
Yep. I just heard the announcer, Jim Strick, next door saying flag on the play. I didn't see it during the run, so it looks like that'll be coming back.
Fox Valley Lutheran and Two Rivers tied up, 14 apiece. Seymour leading Luxembourg Casco. Oh, no, they're trailing Luxembourg Casco 13-6. West Appear 26, Hortonville 14. Good stuff. Thank you to all who are helping us with these scores. I know the readers and the viewers who aren't on the chat appreciate it.
So Muskego, that is the flag against the Warriors.
Again, halftime, Winneconne 14-6 over Little Chute. That's a pretty big game going on over there in Little Chute. And they've had the turf field now for 2 years?
Oh, no, it's been longer than
3
that.
years. Man,
I think it was
these years just go by.
Like 19, like maybe 2020 or something like that. It's been a while now. So big penalty against Muskego, back so the Warriors up to the 10. And Shaw under center. That's a handoff to number 4. Good run. Dayton Loreno. Now, Neenah kind of certainly dominated. I mean, won the first half as far as the stats, right? 14-7 is the score as well. This is sort of like what we saw last year, maybe not to that extent where Neenah jumped out to that huge lead. You know, we're going to see the response from the Warriors like we saw last year in that opener when Muskego outscored the Rockets 28-0. That was a good start there on that offensive drive. Not so much there, and that's a big-time tackle, number 13 for the Rockets. Nate Cramp, the senior defensive lineman, forcing third down. And right now you can say the Neenah offensive and defensive lines winning the line of scrimmage right now. And a chance to get off the field here, a 3-and-out. Let's see if Muskego, though, can convert.
Cramp, a returning all-conference player. Fantastic defensive lineman for the Rockets.
Shaw, nope, Nemec. Almost. Nemec, he's bottled up. They were ready for it. I think you credit number 15, Connor Stucklehurst, the junior linebacker, was the one who kind of pushed Nemec back a little bit, and then a whole bunch of red jerseys helping Stuckle out there, and Nemec dropped 3-and-out after what was a nice opening play on that drive.
Well, Brett, again, I mentioned right at the end of the first half, Muskego had 13 total plays in the first half, and Neenah, they had just a shade under 200 yards of total offense in that first half, Brett. 197.
Wow.
Again, those are unofficial numbers.
Seek back on Muskego side of the 50 to field this punt. Nice high punt. So right at the 50 is where Seek has it, looking for some room.
Got a rail.
He does, still on his feet, near the 30, finally out of bounds. Great field position for the Rockets to start the second half. You know, you mentioned the plays, and this is what Neenah coach Steve Young said to Mike Sherry. Mike always every week does the preview stories, and then selects a handful of games, and then gets the coaches to talk about them. This is what Steve Young said on taking on Muskego. We played them twice last year and returned 5 players from our front 7 on defense, so we are familiar with what they do offensively. The key for us is matching their physicality and not giving up big plays. Check, right? On offense, we must protect the ball and establish a strong running game. Check.
Yep.
And Muskego consistently limits opponents to fewer than 50 offensive plays per game. So execution and physical toughness will be key to our success. Check, check, check so far for the Rockets, based on that quote from Steve Young. to Mike Sherry.
Stood up by C.J. Reeds.
Yeah, well, I did not count up the plays, Brett, but Neenah did have a lot.
Well, that one drive, 12 plays by itself, a touchdown drive.
I'm counting them all up right now for you. 37. They ran 37 plays in that first half, Brett.
And what did Steve Young say? Usually fewer than 50 offensive plays. I think they'll surpass that tonight as Van Beek looking downfield and some miscommunication there. Third down coming up.
Here's a question, Brett. Are you in for down territory here? You want to try a kick if they don't convert on this third down?
No, that's a good question.
They're right at that gray area.
You could do a little pooch punt, try to pin. That's probably what I would do. We'll see what happens here. Maybe we get inside the 25, make it a 4th and 4 situation, something like that, then you go for it. But, boy, if you get stopped here and you're at the 30-yard line, I think I'd just try to pooch it, maybe get it inside the 10 and let your defense that's been playing well pretty much all game do it again. Here's that option look again. Van Beek. Nope, he's going to tuck it in. Wow, leaps. And he's going to be close to the first down. Oh, there's a fumble. And Muskego picked it up.
Yeah, Van Beek really got hammered.
A shot, yeah. And there's the first turnover of the game. The Muskego defense holds. Ricardo, I didn't see who got his hat on that ball for the Warriors, but, boy, that's a big, big turnover because that was setting up a 4th and 1, and Neenah was going to go for it then. So turnover, first one of the game.
Well, that's the number one thing, right, that Coach Young was talking about. So now your team is giving up a possession here. So we'll see how the defense reacts. But, Brett, that front seven has been playing outstanding. Had a 3-and-out or forced a 3-and-out on Muskego's first series.
Good hard running. Woo. Dragging some guys. That's number 4, Dayton Loreno. I mentioned those Muskego title games, those title teams, 18 and 19.
Yep.
Led by Hunter Wohler. Remember him?
Oh, and he, unfortunately, is lost for the season as the Colts safety got injured in his last preseason game. That's unfortunate.
Kind of a younger guy in that on those teams, right? Because then 2020 came and COVID, of course, and we always talked about the Fond du Lac, Braylon Allen team and the Wohler Muskego team if they would have met in the state championship game. But, Hunter Wohler now safety with the Indianapolis Colts suffered what was reportedly a Liz Frank foot injury last week against the Packers. 7th round draft pick.
That's what it was,
7th round draft pick by the Colts in the NFL draft this past spring. Of course, the draft held in Green Bay, so a little extra meaning to get picked in the draft when it's held up in Titletown. And I know he was turning some heads as Loreno bottled up there on that run, turning some heads for the Colts, and I'm not surprised.
No, he was figuring in prominently to getting a special teams / backup role there for the Colts.
Started collegiately for the Badgers and state player, 2-time state player of the year at Muskego, both by the Associated Press and Wisconsin Football Coaches Association. He was also the state's Gatorade Player of the Year award. So hopefully, Hunter, you heal up. And look forward to seeing you back on the field here in no time. Nice run by Loreno. Now it seems like there's a little bit more urgency, right, by this Muskego rushing attack, and a little bit more crispness.
Now, Brett,
coming out of that halftime break.
I did do a story on that mythical. Would you call it mythical? What would I call it? It's like a.
Well, yeah, you're kind of thinking, what if?
What if scenario if Muskego would have took on Fond du Lac with Braylon Allen and who's the quarterback? Wall Jasper.
Yep, right.
How would that have gone down as we see off the right side?
Oh, boy, watch out, Loreno on the run again. And, boy, he's looking good. And now that front for the Warriors doing some work and creating some holes.
Well, Brett, you knew that Muskego was going to come out and make the adjustments, right? Krause's one of the best coaches in the state, and that's what you see Muskego now really kind of gaining some momentum here now.
Well, it seems a little bit more pace, right? Kind of getting to the line, getting the ball quickly, and just a little bit more physical now here to start the second half.
Putting the Rockets on their heels.
There's Loreno again, and not much there.
Well, Brett, if I could talk a little bit about that story I did.
Sure.
So I actually called up Hunter Wohler. And at the time, both him and Braylon Allen were going to be roommates, at Wisconsin. And I talked to him. I talked to Coach Krause about that, matchup. and I talked to Coach, Jorgensen at the
Yeah,
time.
right.
And then I did talk to Alan at length as well. It was a nice story. I got a bunch of comments from folks around the state, media, on who would win that matchup. As, oh boy.
Yeah.
And
Fumble! Oh,
Yep.
Nemec fumbled it. Who's going to fall on it? Still loose. I think
they
Muskego comes
did,
up
too.
with it. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Number 55 fell on it. Wow. That's Jacob Stark, the senior offensive lineman. I thought Neenah had a couple opportunities to pick up that loose ball. Good job by Stark, showing some hustle. He had a fly over there to that sideline to pick it up.
I still contend that Fond du Lac would have won that game. Remember, they put up 70 points on Kimberly.
Remember that game? We streamed
Yeah.
that. That was a spring championship for like this league they put together.
And that was a Steve Jones-led Kimberly squad.
That scored like 40 points that night.
Yeah.
Kimberly by its,
So
Loreno now with the first down.
I think in just the 1-2 punch of Braylon Allen and Wall Jasper would have been too much. Too much for Hunter Wooler and the guys at Muskego.
I think, wasn't it like Wall Jasper scored 6 touchdowns, Allen 5 that night? Something crazy.
Yeah, and
they were long touchdown runs.
And on the season, I think Allen averaged 15, 16 yards a carry, and Wall Jasper was right there as well, 14, 15 yards a carry.
Fun to see that now they're both in the NFL. Of course, Braylon Allen with the New York Jets, his second season, and again, Wooler with the Colts. But hopefully he'll heal up well and get back on the field ready for next season. That's number 11, Aiden Perlberg.
Nice long drive here by Muskego.
Very impressed right now. Again, trying to turn the turnover into some points inside the 10, ball at the 8, second down.
Brett, this is the 10th play of the drive.
Loreno again, and he almost gets in. I think he's got the first down, though, first and goal at the 2. Good decisive running by Loreno right now in this drive, and again, that line clearing open some holes this time.
2-yard line, and a 6. First and goal, Muskego at the 2.
Hamilton leading Kimberly 21-14 in the third.
Good battle there. Shaw just going to keep it. Dives right in from 2 yards out. And we're a PAT away from tying this game.
Appleton North, Mukwonago. Appleton North 21, Mukwonago 6.
Boy, what a drive by Muskego and that offensive line doing some good work for those Warriors runners.
Really like Shaw. Shaw's just a junior, Brett, just like Van Beek.
Yeah. I got a good quote from Ken Krause on Shaw here. We'll wait for the PAT from Schutte. And it's no good.
Oh.
The kick is no good. So Neenah maintains the lead as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. 14-13 Rockets with the edge. 4:32 to play in this third quarter. See if I can dig that up, guys. Yeah, Zach Bellman, our colleague down at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, wrote they do a nice job, too, of previewing their teams down there. They kind of rank 10 through 1 who they think are the best teams in southeast Wisconsin. I think he had Muskego at, I can't remember. Was it number 2?
Yeah, number 2, and then Slinger number one. I don't know if I agree with that, but okay.
But this is what Muskego coach Ken Krause told Zach Bellman on Joey Shaw. Quote, last year he played a lot on his ability, and he got better every week. This year he's just so much further along. He was on JV as a freshman, so he's really played 3 seasons in 2 years because we've had 8 playoff games. So he's getting a lot of experience under center, and, yeah, he looks good out there for sure.
And that's one thing that Coach Steve Jones would always tell me from Kimberly about how important it was for those lengthy playoff runs, Brett. You essentially get another season, another at least half of a season if you go to the 3rd or 4th round. That's another month of being together on the practice field and helping coach along those younger players who will have their moment to shine the following year.
We always say that with those Kimberly runs, right? The 5 straight Well, 6 straight state title appearances. All that extra football those guys were playing. And here's the kick. Looks like that is Haney with it. Oh, good tackle. Xavier Witkowski with the tackle, number 6, but Jake Cardelis, number 15, did a good job of tripping up Haney on that. So a long field for the Rockets, who lead 14-13 after the missed PAT.
Hey, that burger hit the spot that I had at the halftime.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that
thanks.
right now. Thank you to Neenah again. They really
Right.
rolled out the red carpet for us. Not that we needed. We're not bougie, as the kids say.
Bougie.
But nothing like a good burger, Brett. There's nothing like a grilled burger. I just need it to be a hamburger. Perfect. all you need.
Nice big crowd here at Rocket Stadium. Huge stands on this side of the field. Scoreboard right across from us.
Ooh. That was a big hole for the running back.
It's an interesting configuration here where you got the scoreboard right across the field from us. Right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
I always wonder, I suppose if they wanted to, they could add some more bleacher seating on the other side, right?
Yeah.
But then you'd have to have like an auxiliary scoreboard. I think they got plenty of seating on this one side.
Yeah, they do. Beautiful stadium
It
here
is.
at Neenah. Really love being here. And not because of the hamburger. 2nd down and 7 from the 21 for Van Beek. He'll take it off the right side. Plow forward. He's near the 25.
Big
We'll
third down.
Call it the 24. Yeah, it's a 3rd and 4.
Big third down coming up. Obviously, the Rockets don't want to go out quickly and give now a Muskego offense that seems to have found a little bit of a rhythm the ball right back.
Isn't momentum a funny thing?
It is.
How we see it can change.
Yep.
By the way, the Van Beek, 14 carries, 72 yards for the junior quarterback. Fine junior quarterbacks on both sides of the ball.
Here we go. 3rd and 4. Van Beek, he's going to look to his left, fires it
Oh,
over,
look out.
and no, incomplete.
Hey, that was a nice defensive play by number 15. That's Cardelis.
Yep.
I thought for a second there, oh, he had a beat on it, and he was going to pick that off and go to the house.
Luke Johnson, number 11, the intended receiver. So good job on Muskego. They hold the Rockets to a 3-and-out. Now they're going to get the ball back with some momentum offensively. Good job by Cardelis making a play. 6 foot, 165-foot senior defensive back.
Well, Brett, what we if you're a Neenah fan, what you didn't want to see just happened. A quick 3-and-out, and Warriors having a nice turn of momentum here in the second half.
And now you got to try to not kick it to Nemec. Let's see. Whoa. And he calls for a
Yeah, he
fair
does.
catch. Good job by him.
Right at the 40.
Yep.
.254 left here in the third quarter. Muskego with the ball. Their 3rd time having the football. Their last drive ended with a touchdown. Shaw, 2-yard touchdown. That capped off an 11-play, 75-yard drive, Brett. So they basically had almost as many plays as the entire first half on that one drive.
Ooh.
Shaw.
Nothing there for.
No. Was that Shaw?
No, that was Loreno.
Ah, Loreno.
That was number 15, Connor Stuckle, the senior line or the linebacker, junior linebacker, with the tackle and a 2-yard loss.
2nd and 12.
No, check that. They're going to say Hunter Weinke. I'm sorry, Hunter Weinke, number 19, the senior outside linebacker with the tackle. Nice job. Boy, again, Rockets kind of teaming up. Loreno, nothing there.
See, there you see the chess match there, Brett, between the coaching staffs, right?
Absolutely.
Defense now able to take a little look on film and see what they can do to tighten things up.
22, Jonah Rittner, the senior linebacker, and then number 15 there, Connor Stuckle, the junior linebacker. Again, Ricardo, we said it before, that front 7, right? Defensive line and those linebackers all playing some good football for the Rockets. Let's see Now Shaw.
Oh, look
Watch out. He's on the run, and he's going to be dropped. That's number 22. Jonah Rittner, the senior linebacker. Boy, that is a response by that Neenah defense, Ricardo.
It is. That's going to be a 3-and-out for Muskego, Brett, and good job. Again, that front seven of the Rockets, more often than not, they're going to set the tone for the Neenah Rockets. So we're all tied up. Kimberly 21 with Sussex Hamilton 21. Trying to see some of these other scores here. Again, thank you to our viewers, I should say, as they comment on the chat.
Yeah, we got a really good viewership
Appreciate
tonight.
it.
on
Yeah,
YouTube.
thank you so much.
Also streaming it to Facebook, Post Crescent, and the Journal Sentinel, and our folks at the Green Bay Press Gazette. I figured they'd be interested in
Sure.
this game, because it's a statewide type matchup. So really good viewership to kick off this 2025 season. Good to be back. It's been a while. It's been a while since we've streamed. We were kind of technology hampered in moving into the new office. It really cost us
Roundtables for sure.
a spring season of Varsity Roundtable, but now we got that all squared away. We're good to go. And
Rosie's all ready. He has the whole place set up, right, Rosie? They got the wired-in thing for you and everything?
yep,
Oh,
just in
yes.
time. Just in time now for the fall season, so we're good to go and back at it. Quick move in third quarter here. Not surprising, right? Figured this would be a pretty fast-moving game with both teams relying a lot on the run. As Van Beek did a good job with that high snap. Ooh, good run by that Haney.
Surging forward to the 36. So Sussex takes the lead again, 28-21 over Kimberly. Thank you, Julie Harchis. Again, we appreciate everything that you do. All the folks out there, Hank DeWild. Go ahead, Brad. I'm
Hartsis
sorry.
is a valley name, right? She's
Yeah,
from
Julie
around
Hartsis.
in the Fox Valley somewhere.
Hank DeWild. Everybody helping out. Appreciate it.
We're going to call Hank the Wild Man.
The Wild Man.
Could be the last play of this third quarter. Nope, Van Beek's going to keep it, breaks a tackle, plowing ahead, and he's got the first down. We'll see if Neenah wants to run another play yet or just say, hey, let's take it to the fourth quarter. No, we got a Muskego player down.
Ooh, one of their defensive linemen. I can't see the number. Oh, there it is.
Number
one.
CJ, is that Reitz, right?
Yeah, inside linebacker.
Yeah. Kinda
He's hobbling off.
Hobbling
though.
off. I think hopefully he'll be all right. I got to say, no, I'm not going to jinx it.
No, don't, please.
We saw some tough injuries during basketball. Last
Yeah, we
year.
did. Oh, boy.
Didn't like that at all. More on the girls' side, if I recall.
Into the third quarter. Your
Yep.
score, 14-13. Rockets holding that 1-point lead. I want to update on Twitter here for folks. Again, follow me on Twitter at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN. Brett at PC Brettsy. Rosie at Metal Rosie.
Ooh, Brewers and Giants. Everybody was still into the baseball season, like me and Rosie are anyway, tied up 2 apiece.
I really thought, and I'm not a Brewers fan, as you know, Cardinals fan, but I share in your hatred for the Cubs. I thought for sure the Brewers were going to put them away, but they didn't. That's unfortunate.
No.
Because I think if they would have won 4 of the 5 games, that would have been the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Cubs needed to win 4 out of 5, right?
Yes, they did, yeah.
That was a big win for the Brewers yesterday. Otherwise, instead of a 7-game lead, it's a 5-game lead. I really was thinking maybe they could take 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Especially after they won the opener. But then when they got swept in that doubleheader.
Kind of let the air out a little bit.
Brewers,
yeah.
You know, and I think what happened that they were supposed to play a doubleheader the first night, and
Yeah.
then they got rained out the second game. The Brewers kind of pushed them around in that opener. I kind of wondered if the Cubs got a chance to reset. We're starting about talking about resetting. Here we go. Starting in the fourth quarter, switching sides. Good run. Oh, big hard hit by Van Beek from
number 18.
Yeah, that's Zarniak, right? Talon Zarniak, the 6'2", 190-pound junior defensive back, just coming in.
Boy, you cannot question Van Beek's toughness.
No.
He is taking some shots, folks.
Van Beek, he's good-sized kid. What's he listed at? 6'2", 205 pounds. A big, strong kid for Ashton Van Beek. Second down. Yeah, we got some movement here on the Rockets, so that'll push Neenah back to 2nd and 8. You know, they're playing the Giants, and wouldn't you know it, just one more thought on the Brewers. Guess who homered for the Giants? Willie Adames. He comes back.
Okay.
And Adames has not been, he's been really struggling as of late, not having, I don't think, quite the impact maybe that the Giants had hoped, although that might have been his 21st homer of the season, so batting low 200s.
How do you think the Mets feel about Juan Soto? Saying, what, $750 million?
I was kind of wondering about the Seattle Mariners, too. Is Van Beek now? Oh, no, he just got twisted up there. Didn't see, I think is that 65? Makinen, yep. Wreaking havoc back there. Nathan Makinen, the all-conference player, 6'3", 280-pound senior defensive lineman, part of the Leadership Council. I was going to say Eugenio Suarez has not done squat for the Mariners, or he certainly hadn't the last time I checked. Everyone was making a big deal about how this guy, you got to trade for him, right? Hey, we can talk a little baseball tonight.
There's always a little roll of the dice when you're doing that, you know. How do players change after getting the big bucks, you know?
No.
Do they remain with that hunger?
Third down for the Rockets. Van Beek going to take it to the air. Yep, he's got a lot of protection over the middle. Almost picked off. Boy, he was trying to thread the needle to Matthias Charles there, Ricardo. Charles looked like he was double-teamed down the middle of the field.
I mean, he was double-teamed, and that was a dangerous pass from Van Beek.
Yeah, I see Van Beek coming off the field. I think he's kind of like, I think he's a little mad at himself. But, hey, no harm, no foul, right? Was not picked off. That would have been a big interception for the Warriors, but Muskego gets a stop and a chance to take the lead here on this drive.
Third quarter, Fond du Lac leads 17-14 over Hartford. So keep those updates coming, folks. We appreciate everything that you do.
Boy, Muskego coming hard on that rush on the punt, but
it takes a little bit of a Neenah bounce near the 20.
And here we go.
22-yard line.
These are the drives. These are the drives, Muskego, right? They can be methodical, burn about 6-7 minutes off the clock, and get that touchdown in the end zone. Let's see if the Neenah defense can get another stop. A game of adjustments, yep. Coaches doing their jobs, right? Kind of playing a little chess out here tonight.
Brett Sussex leading Kimberly 35-21.
Ooh. Shaw with it, trying to find something, maybe a couple yards. Yeah, we're going to see Kimberly next week. Now, let's see if the Papermakers can come back. But when's the last time, let's say Kimberly doesn't come back and win tonight, when's the last time the Papermakers have started a season 0-2?
Yeah.
Look that up. And they got a tough one again next Thursday night against top-ranked Bayport, the defending D1 state champ. We will be there.
And you know they want to take on Kimberly. They didn't feel too good about that loss last year in week 2.
Yeah, Kimberly looked good that night, didn't they? As Shaw somehow evading some tackles, doing some dancing, gets to the 32. Here comes a huge third down now for Muskego.
3rd and 6. Fox Valley Lutheran leads Two Rivers 20-14. Franklin leading Catholic Memorial 9-7. That's a close one.
Franklin, good team, of
Very
course.
good. Catholic Memorial, we all know how good they are.
Yep. Well, here you go. I wonder if you want to try to get it into Nemeth's hands here. Let's see what Shaw does. Is he's under center? Nope. Shaw's going to keep a little option. Pick!
Oh, no.
It's on the turf and somehow bounces into the hands of Aiden Perlberg. That was on the turf there, but took a fortuitous bounce right back into Perlberg's hands.
Oh,
and
boy.
4th down, Muskego's going to have to punt it away.
Very dangerous, Brett. That could have been disastrous.
Boy, that Neenah defense again playing tough. As the clock continuing to run, now a chance for the Rockets if they can play clean football here. Put a score on the board, on the scoreboard here, and boy, would you call it a stunner if Neenah was able to hold on to it?
I don't know if you'd call it a stunner, but it's definitely, I would say that Muskego is probably favored in this game.
Be an upset?
A little bit, mild.
Curious what Steve Young would think about that. Long way to go, though. We'll see. Nice, big-time punt. Oh, watch out. Oh, bobbled it, but a good job. Yeah, I think just get out of bounds. That's the right move right there, actually. Good job by Cooper Seek. He did a good job to field it. That was a great punt, nice spiral, and once he secured it, he's like, I'm getting out of bounds. I'm not going to take a chance, get my offense on the field. That was well done.
First down and 10. The ball will be marked, at the 38? That's where they're marking it, 38-yard line.
Great game to start our slate.
This is an important drive, Brett. At the very least, you want a couple of first downs if you're Neenah to force Muskego, if they do get the ball back, to go a long way to do it.
And maybe force them to throw a little bit too, right? Which is obviously not necessarily their cup of tea, although Shaw had the nice touchdown pass in the first quarter.
I know you're talking about
Jack Labish, the running back. Yeah, remember he had like an elbow injury. He was wearing that big brace on his arm. Boy, he's a good, powerful back. Nemec too. And Van Beek, he's just going to find a seam and plows his way past to the 45-yard line. You know what? I was going to save this quote, but Muskego coach Ken Krause, again to our colleague Zach Bellman on Jackson Nemec. Remember, I mentioned Nemec played through 2 torn labrums last season. This is what Coach Krause said about Nemec. Quote, pound for pound, as tough a player as I've ever coached.
Yeah. We were both very impressed with him, Brett, right? Mm-hmm. The times that we saw him. I mean, the kid, he was like the Terminator out there, felt no pain, right? Liquid metal.
That's going to be clear. I think they got the first down, according to the far official. Now they're going to be right at the marker. Steve Young, his 13th season as Neenah's head coach. I've got him guiding the Rockets to a 27-8 record over the past 3 seasons. How about that? He's done a phenomenal job of rebuilding this program. It was kind of in some tough shape when he took over.
It was. I remember doing the story on him when he came down here to take over. That was when, is it Menzel who was the coach?
No, that was past Steve's time.
No, I think it was.
I think there was Dietrich was a coach.
Oh, yes, you're right. That's what it was.
Dietrich, I think, was on staff with Menzel because I covered those Neenah teams. They had some really good teams back in the day. Aaron Shaw was the quarterback way back when. Made a state semifinal playoff run, I want to say back in the early 2000s. As Van Beek dives forward and doing a good job of controlling the clock now in Muskego territory. Yeah, Neenah, a playoff participant every season since 2014. Part of the Tri-FVA championship last year with Kaukauna and Kimberly as well.
Preble leading Oshkosh West 10-3. Someone brought up on the chat, Brett, about how Oshkosh West, taking it on the chin. Preble's kind of a struggling program right now.
Yeah.
So does Oshkosh West want to swap out maybe with Bayport in the FRCC North, Brett? Bring FRCC North or Bayport into the FVA? That would be fun.
I don't think. Yeah, that would be. I don't know if that would. Could that happen? I don't know.
Sure,
maybe.
Why not? Appleton West is in the FRCC North.
Just all the FVA needs is another tough team, huh? And
that's true.
Neenah's going to take another timeout, or for its first time out of the second half. Yeah, maybe.
That's just me as a reporter and someone who loves football, loving to see Bayport against Neenah every year, Appleton North, Kimberly, Kaukauna.
Muskego, playoff participant every season since 2017. Again, they were in the state title game last season, Bayport winning 25-18. Muskego coach Ken Krause to our guy Mike Sherry on taking on Neenah here tonight. Quote, we are excited for the game this week against Neenah. They are an outstanding football program, and we look forward to the opportunity to compete with one of the best in the FVA. Our kids have been super focused in practice, and our culture has been off the charts this offseason, end quote. As for Steve Young to you, Ricardo, on a tough opening schedule, it also includes, our Arrowhead next week?
Yeah.
Quote, our mindset every day when we come into practice, be where your feet are. We do everything perfect right from the get-go because we're going to have to be perfect against Muskego, and then next week we turn around to play Heartland Arrowhead. There's no time. You got to start. You got to hit the ground running.
Winneconne leading into the third quarter. Little shoot 14-6. Sorry, Brett.
Well, that's a good game.
Yeah, very close.
Can't just sort of ease into these seasons when you're playing this type of a schedule. Van Beek, again, they're just trusting their quarterback. He's going to be close to a first down. Maybe a yard shy. Let's see where they mark it. Oh.
It's right short of the 42.
Just maybe, where are they going to put it? About a good yard to go. Yep, 3rd and 1.
Well, Rob Salm, when I talked to him earlier in the season here, or second day of practice, he said about, them playing 3 on the road. Usually they would play like Southwest or Preble.
Yeah.
Now they got, the tough schools like Muskego. Says because of the way the WIAA changed up their seeding, it doesn't hurt you to play good teams and lose.
Only gets you better, right? And so that's good that
he got it, but barely.
Let's see.
Right
yeah,
at the 41.
He did. Zeke dives forward and moving the chains. And now the clock. A bit of a concern for Muskego as Neenah gets a fresh set of downs, up 1. Ball at the 42-yard line. Yeah, check that. We'll say ball at the 41.
Oshkosh North leading Ashwaubenon 34-14. They got a pretty good quarterback there, Brett, with Bryce Ott.
Oshkosh North.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Still, I want to say they're in the FVA, but I know they're not anymore.
No, they're in the FRCC
Right.
South.
It's just kind of weird. There's that option.
Ooh, be
pitch.
careful here.
Whoa! And number 15, we've called his name a few times, Jake Cardelis, senior defensive back, read it the entire way, not fooled one bit. And that's about a 3-yard loss on that play as we're nearing the 4-minute mark here remaining in this game. Rockets up 1. Remember, Muskego missed a PAT. So Neenah holding on to a slim 1-point lead as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
2nd down and 13 for the Rockets. End of the third quarter, Kimberly 21, Hamilton 35, Kimberly 21. So Rockets, or I should say the Papermakers, have a tough hole to climb out of.
Van Beek somehow, still powers his way through.
Wow.
And now a little bit more manageable 3rd down coming up as he gets inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Good 7-yard gain, 3rd and 7 coming up.
You're right, Brett. Manageable. 3rd and 6. Gets down to 4th and 1. Do you go for it,
I was
Brett?
going to ask you, what do you do?
I'd go for
or
it.
do you try to pooch it away?
I'd go for it. Just let Van Beek go right over the middle. What is this? This isn't the original, is it, Rosie?
I don't think so.
Alan Parsons Project. This sounds like a knockoff of Alan Parsons Project. Sorry, just heard the Bulls theme going.
Killer tracks.
Killer tracks, yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Got a timeout. Oh, it might be on Neenah. Oh, that's a killer.
I guess that can't happen.
3rd and 11 now.
3rd and 12. Right? Or maybe it's at 11. Let's
Yeah,
see where
we're
they
going to
mark
bring
it.
up the 42, so 3rd and 11.
Yep.
I'm gonna put a little star by that, Brett, just in case that does come back to haunt the Rockets.
Now Neenah's got to take it to the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Muskego, all 3 timeouts remaining, under 3 minutes to play. Ooh, big penalty there.
Gotta go back to that tight end.
Coach Rosie here calling for the tight end. You never know. We'll see.
He's talking about Cole Schaefer, that nice grab he had over the middle earlier in the first quarter. And then we have a timeout here.
My goodness.
Timeout, Neenah. They're going to discuss things a little bit, Brett. This is a big down.
So the Rockets with 1 timeout remaining here, 2:52 to play, and a barn burner of a game. Always interesting to see how week 1 plays out, right? You just don't know. Again, folks, next Thursday night, that's August 28th, we'll be back at it. Week 2, our varsity game of the week, Cellcom varsity game of the week, will be at Papermaker Stadium as the Papermakers of Kimberly take on the defending state champs, Bayport. Live coverage will kick off around 6:45 p.m. Maybe a little bit early, could be a little bit later, 6:50. It might be a little bit of more of a 6:50 start. That should be fun. Well, let's see. See what Steve Young wants to do after that timeout. Matthias Charles in motion. Van Beek's going to drop back. He's going to step up, sling it. Oh, and it's
Picked off
intercepted.
at the 30.
Guess who? Jake Cardelis, the senior defensive back, making another big play. He's the one who blew up that option play, then with the interception, and Muskego now with the ball and a chance to win this thing with 2:46 to play. All 3 timeouts also to use for the Warriors.
Well, that's tough if you're Neenah. But your defense has been playing well the last couple series.
Yeah, you got to rely on that front 7. See if they can put it away. Dayton Loreno, the 5'11", 175-pound senior running back. And you can see, look at how fast Ricardo Muskego back to the line of scrimmage. They're used to playing with this type of tempo,
yes, they are.
so this is no big deal for them. Another handoff. Is that Loreno again to the 40. 3rd and 1. Clock continuing to run. Again, all 3 timeouts, so no panic or...
And this is all 4-down territory, obviously, with Muskego, so...
Shaw, 3rd and 1. He's going to hand off.
Oh, got some room.
Watch out. Still on his feet. Finally brought down. Good run by Aiden Perlberg, the junior running back. Haven't seen a lot of Nemick with the carry so far here. Feel like, boy, you kind of lull that defense to sleep with him, and he could hit a home run if you give it. He gets the right look. Let's see what the Warriors want to do here. Again, Loreno. Clock continuing to run. Still saving those 3 timeouts. As you can see, the guys trying to get up quickly, both sides.
Yeah, I mean, it's a minute 30, Brett.
Shaw. There's Nemick right now. He's got a seam. Finally cuts it back inside the 30. He spins, and that's a big run by Nemick. Kind of on cue. Been waiting for him to get a touch. And we got a Warrior down as well here. That's number 52.
You know what's interesting is, Brett, at every time that Shaw does that thing where he squats down, that's always a run to the outside.
But that's still tough to kind of adjust to. It looks like a cramp. Is that Justin Duve, D-U-V-E, sorry, senior offensive lineman. Looks like he just has a bit of a cramp. And here, what's your kicking confidence right now, too, right?
I mean, you're probably about, 10, 12 yards away from a field goal that you feel maybe your kicker can make? That's a field goal in the mid-30s, but even then that's not a chip shot for a high schooler. So you might want to get it to the 10. In the mid-20s, maybe you feel a little better. So what's that, about 16 yards that they have to go with a minute and 13? But they have 2 timeouts, so.
3.
Oh, 3. Okay, that's right. It's an injury.
The injury timeout. But I just feel like right now this hurry-up kind of suits Muskego well. Again, they're used to playing with this tempo. Good to see Justin walking off the field. He'll be all right, it looks like. So good for that. But again, this tempo, we saw it in the games we covered last year, the Neenah Muskego games. They're used to this. No big deal. Shaw handoff, nothing there. Nothing there. I think that was, who was that? Number 62 for the Rockets. Guys, I think that was Braden Milbroth, the senior defensive lineman. And now we have a Muskego timeout with 58.2 seconds to play.
Yeah, that was a loss of 1. So second down and 11 from the 27 when play resumes, Brett. Good defensive play by the Rockets.
How about this? Is this where you maybe pull out a little pass?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe a little waggle pass.
Shaw's got an arm. He can do it.
They want 1-0-0 on the clock.
Remember Shaw, he had that 31-yard hookup with to Nemick midway through the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Muskego at that time. They're going to adjust the clock, put a couple more seconds. They're going to put a minute even now. Much to the dismay of the Rockets fans right in front of us, right?
So the Neenah crowd getting alive here.
2nd and 11. 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 11? 2nd and 11, right?
Yeah. One receiver far side for Muskego, Brett, but I'm with you. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a pass here.
Shaw, yeah, there he goes. He's dropping back, scrambling, looking, slings it. Oh, knocked
nice
away.
play.
Nemick was the intended receiver.
Oh, Matthias.
Matthias Charles knocks it away. Sticky coverage. Number 3 against number 3. And the Rockets winning that battle there. That's two good athletes going at it.
Brett, that's a great defensive play. I really like that play from Muskego. If you know that's we're talking about a fingertip away from completing that pass.
You know, Shaw, he's just agile enough, athletic enough, buy a little time, and he's got that kind of that gunslinger zip to his ball.
So 4 down territory, so they don't need to get it all here, but 3rd down and 11 for the Warriors at the 27.
What do you do here? Do you run it again?
There's that perimeter play.
Watch out. Oh, a big run, and that's be a first down. Perlberg with it.
Brett again.
What a run there, and some good blocking along that edge to get him that lane in the first down. Back to the line of scrimmage. Muskego. Shaw with it. Handoff. Not much there for Lorino. And I think Muskego now burns its second timeout.
Telling you, every time he does that squat thing, it's a perimeter run. That's the 4th time I've seen that tonight.
A lot of time left if you're Muskego. It's only 2nd down, 2nd and 10. So at the 15, so you'd be on over a 30-yard field goal right now. So I think that probably is out of range, I would say. Again, not knowing
32-yard field goal, yeah.
The kicking situation for Muskego, but we're coming down right to the end here.
To me, if you're looking at a field goal, you got to get it down to the 10. So that's 5 more yards. Then it becomes a field goal in the mid-20s, high 20s. So here we go.
Well, again, a lot of room on this side. Ball in the far hash. So let's see if Muskego wants to run it this way. And that's going to be on Neenah.
Yeah, it is.
Neenah
No,
jump.
are you sure?
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, false start. Wow.
Wow, okay, a false start. I thought I saw the rocket jump. It must have been because of the flinch by the offensive lineman from Muskego that I did not see. Big penalty.
Yeah, that's interesting, Brett, because the last Neenah series, there was that penalty, the delay of game. Remember that? That kind of short-circuited that drive. So we'll see if Muskego can overcome this.
All in all, though, a pretty clean game as far as penalties, mistakes, as far as that goes. For an opening night, that's pretty good stuff.
2nd and 15. What are we doing here? Muskego coming back.
34.2. I just told him.
Because there's no play, so they got to put a little bit more time on the clock. 34.2. They'll adjust it. So a little bit of a delay as they get the clock situated on the scoreboard here. Now, who does this favor?
I don't know. There's a little delay.
Yeah, does this favor Muskego, or is it maybe gives the Rockets a little bit of a chance to kind of catch its breath a little bit, reset, a little bit of an extra timeout? Now you can see at the far sideline, you can see Ken Krause out there talking to his guys a little bit as they're still trying to figure out the scoreboard. And the amount of time that should be on the clock should be 34.2 as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. So what can folks expect from coverage from this game tonight?
Well, I'll be able to have a little short roundup that'll be like online early in the morning. And then I'm doing a wrap-up column that includes a little more detailed stuff from this game and the Kaukauna game. That should hopefully maybe be on the site Sunday and in print Monday.
Sounds good. Postcrescent.com. I don't know if we had a photographer here or not, but...
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so there should be
we should have photo from
photo gallery on postcrescent.com. I'm guessing jsonline.com too for the folks down in Milwaukee. So here you go, 34.2 on the clock. 2nd down after that false start by Muskego. Shaw waiting for it. Handoff. Oh boy, and boy, he is tough to bring down. That again, number 11, Aiden Perlberg, Ricardo. 5'9", 165-pound junior, but he is tough to bring down. 3rd down, 1 timeout remaining, clock running.
Brett again, that same play. Every time he squats, it's a play to the outside.
This time right up the gut, and it's going to be 4th down inside the 10. That's Loreno, and I think is Muskego going to bring out the kicking team.
They have to.
Clock's running.
Ball's at the 8.
So Muskego takes a timeout, and I think the field goal unit will come on to try to win this game.
18, was it a 25-yard field goal? I mean, I was talking about, Brett, that you want to get it to the 10 at least.
So you're talking a 25, 26-yard field goal?
Yeah.
We'll see.
What is the
kicker for...
No, it's not Cardelis. Who is it?
No, it is... here, I'll get it for you in a second. It is number 36. That would be Jack Chudy.
Jack Chudy.
A senior kicker. Yeah, Rosie did a good job. That's Ken Krause talking to his kicker right now. Giving him some encouragement, a little...
He's like,
high five.
he's probably like chip shot, no problem for you.
So this will be, where are they going to set this up? Right hash. It's going to be a 25-yard field goal attempt to win the game. And now looks like you can see Steve Young. He wants a timeout. He's on the field. They're not going to give him the timeout. They're going to let the play run. And they finally did. Was that good or not? I couldn't tell.
It looked like it went through.
Plenty of leg, though.
Yeah.
But Steve Young was way out there and finally gets the timeout.
Yeah, he was almost to the hash mark. Young trying to get that timeout called.
He wants to talk to the official. I'm not sure what this conversation is all about. Plenty of leg there. Chudy looked more than enough leg to get it through. Let's see if he can try it again. Now that we don't have 37 seconds left in this game. I think it's like 3 seconds left, right? We got some...
Hey, we need 33.7.
Yeah, it's 37.
They
Just have to move the decimal point.
They got to get the clock right. Clock's not right. So they're gonna have to probably take another little bit of a break, right? No, they're gonna let them. They're gonna let them. I guess they're gonna let them play on.
25-yard field goal, Brett.
Well, the officials are saying, "Hey, we got to get the clock fixed up."
It's the first game for
Yeah,
everybody.
hey, absolutely. Makes the kicker think a little bit longer, right? He's confident, kid. Again, you're senior. Senior kicker.
Clock is not resetting.
Sounds like they're having some.
So then
Time on the field.
keep the time on the field, yeah.
Must be a malfunction or a glitch with the clock here in the booth. So yeah, I think you can keep with 3. I thought it was like 3. I thought it was 3.7 seconds actually, and an official should be able to do that. Basically, it should be you kick this ball. That should be ball game.
It should
right?
be ball game, yes.
Make or miss. Oh, they're gonna. Okay, now they're gonna run it down. So they're getting the clock, the scoreboard situated here.
But you got to stop it, like try to stop it right at 3.7.
It's like a stopwatch. Oh. There you go.
I hear the crowd.
Now they got it. We're all set.
Little Bronx cheer for the.
So a little delay here. Senior Jack Judy out to attempt a 25-yard field goal for the win. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is no good.
Oh, wow.
The Rockets win the game. It looked like it went wide left.
And the Muskego players are saying it went through.
You got 2 officials under each upright. They
Yeah.
said no good. And the Rockets hold on. They take down 6th-ranked Muskego 14-13 in a heck of a Week 1 matchup here.
And there's a
at
Muskego
Rocket
player.
Stadium. Wow. What a game.
Yeah.
What did you see, Ricardo?
Oh, I just saw a Muskego player heading over to the sideline. He was just retrieving the ball, I believe. But what a win for Neenah. Boy, that white knuckles kind of game, huh?
What a finish. Boy, plenty of leg. I thought, from my vantage point, oh, that's good.
Again, but
you're at an angle.
Yes. And Brett, you're right. Officials under both, of the cross. So interesting, Brett. Great win. First off,
Yeah, your
both these
thoughts on
teams,
this one,
fun. These are two programs that respect each other. They're going to be there in the playoffs again. Do we see another matchup in the postseason
Very
like we
well
did last? Could well be the case. Brett, really impressed with Neenah's defense.
Yeah.
Even on this last drive, they did not allow them to get into position to score a touchdown. I thought that was big. So good play by Neenah. Ashton Van Beek, very impressive. This Matthias Charles is going to be a star. Muskego, what can you say? I mean, very hard-nosed team. I love the Shaw kid.
Their stable running back.
Yeah, and then that number
Nemick.
11, Perlberg, really had some big
yeah.
runs. They're a team that's also going to contend in the Classic 8. So this is going to be a great season to watch these two teams, Brett. They should not hang their heads at all. This is a great game between two great teams.
Well, that was a fun way to start the season. Holy smokes. 25-yard field goal attempt. Looked like it went wide left. The official said no good. And Neenah wins this one 14-13. Good stuff.
Good stuff, guys. I'm going to get down there and
Yeah.
talk to some of the players and the coaches. Brett, thanks for being here. We'll see you, next week? Next Thursday?
Next Thursday at Kimberly.
All right. You
it
guys
again.
take care. We'll
You
do
too.
it up.
Hey, let me run down the scoring. It shouldn't take too long. Muskego, the Warriors get on the scoreboard first. A 31-yard pass from Joey Shaw to Jackson Nemick with 8:30 to go in the opening quarter made it 7-0 Warriors. Then the Rockets with a pair of touchdowns. A 30-yard pass from Ashton Van Beek to Matthias Charles with 20.5 seconds to play in the first quarter. That capped a 12-play, 80-yard drive, tied things up at 7 apiece. And then Matthias Charles, a fantastic 8-yard run with 5:27 to play in the second quarter, gives the Rockets a 14-7 lead. The only scoring in the second half was a 2-yard run by Warriors quarterback Joey Shaw. 4:32 to play. PAT was no good. 14-13 was the score, and that's how it held for the rest of the game. And we saw a last second, 3.7 seconds remaining on the clock. A 25-yard field goal attempt by the Warriors. The ball wide left, and Neenah wins this one 14-13 in one heck of a game in week one, pitting the Fox Valley Association against the Classic 8. With the victory, the Rockets, they improved to 1-0 on the season. It doesn't get any easier. They'll be at second-ranked Heartland Arrowhead next Friday, another non-conference matchup down in the Milwaukee area. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Muskego opens its season 0-1, and the Warriors open up for the first time at home next Friday in Week 2, non-conference matchup against Oak Creek. Kickoff also scheduled for 7 p.m. As for us, we'll be back at it next Thursday as Kimberly hosts defending WIAA Division I state champion Bayport in a non-conference matchup at Papermaker Stadium. Live coverage will kick off at 6:45 p.m. And remember, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Bayport opened with a victory over Middleton and a wild one last night up at Swamico. Kimberly, at last check, they were losing to Sussex Hamilton 35-21 down at Sussex. Sussex Hamilton and Kimberly both top 10 teams to open up the 2025 season. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. Looking to send your child to school with his or her first smartphone or connected device? Cellcom's got you covered. Visit Cellcom now for a free, gently used smartphone or watch with a new line. Visit Cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics as your local grocery store. They're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local. Shop the pig. So for Ricardo, for Rosie, for Mike Sherry, and the entire crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson signing off from Neenah High School. Boy, if every game's like this season, we're in for one heck of a treat. What a week one matchup. As we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, Neenah holds off Muskego in a barn burner. Rockets win 14-13. Thanks for watching, everybody.